No, si internet inafaa ikuwe kosa hapo. So give it time kidogo. Boom, boom. There you go. Then boom. There you go.
Internet inasumbua.
Kwa simu ama just read the names.
Okay. Selector Nelly, karibu sana. Rifa Dones, karibu sana. Annabel Kepkoech, tuko ndani, asante sana. Kemunto Akinyi, Hey Obi, Mercy William, Osedonjo. Daniel Kadenga, already. Mofan M, hello, Asedonjo, karibu sana. Neville Omsula, karibu sana. Loriana Akinyi, hello, hello. Elizabeth Kirui, tuned in. Owen Kanzungu, Mundu Wanje, yes, niaje. Happy Clara, mambo iko live. Noah 2, watching live from Kitengela, asanteni sana watu wetu wa Kitengela. Diana Kepchumba, asante sana. Kola Neba, hello, hello. Joyce Anindo, ndio kuingia. Fire si fire. Ernesta Awori, Obize, hiyo suti imeweza. Purity Kanana, mambo iko live. Daniel Kadenganyi kwa Barasa, waiting for my leader. Namton, mambo iko live. Lilian Jalemba, locked in, Monday was too far. Ruth Mora, saseni poa sana. David Mwirachia, salimia bosi hapo. Diana Chepchumba, hata useme live tunaingia kila siku, tuko hapa. Lena Majanga, Nikolok, Neville, Hi Obize. Janet Anzala, locked in from Gulf, salimia bosi. Baby Gigs, hello, hello. Joseph Simiu, niko in. Nathan, niko locked. Tobias Mandila, mambo iko live. Lena Manjanga, watching live from Malava. Masi Tura, asante sana Obize. Tracy Chebet, Dapaman salimia bosi. Shitote, msalimie Obize na usalimie mheshimiwa. Santo Vilembwa, mkoaje huku? Stano Vilembwa, salimia Ditop. Ofisi Media, ndani. Christine Mulai, salimia bosi sana. Official Jairaj, niaje dapa, salimia Obize. Happy Clara, bosi una glow. Job Justus Simiu, niko in kutoka Malava. Stano Anastasia, salimia Ditop. William Okumu, Dapaman Volaho, mno. Lydia Siundu, locked in from my house. Say hi to Obinna and the team. Owen Kazungu, Obinna medunga papo manze. Kironko, watching live from CBD. Daniel Kadengwa, I have shared my links to all groups. Asante sana. Lydia Mutuku, Muhesh, tumuone kidogo. Desmond Ashali, niko locked in from Kitengela. Happy Clara, mambo iwake sasa. Kemunto, Obize kesho ana graduate. Tumengoja invitation. King Kivuva, Eli Nasia ndio kuingia sasa. Alan Kasong, Sakong, Stevo Wawa tuned in from Galile, tuko ndani pamoja. Caleb Owino, sasa dapa mangotea bosi. Smiles Film, Kamala Joseph watching from here, thank you. Jelly Buddha, mambo ichemke, yes ichemke. Youth President, aya sawa ndamwambia. Stano Vilembwa, like from Ethiopia. Tobias Mandila, my best show ever, asante sana. Shitote, hii show ingekuwa tu kila siku, ingefurahia sana. Ayub Kenya, Mandera count in to collect, asante. Emmanuel
Mandera?
County to collect in. Emmanuel Opio in, asante sana.
Haya, karibisha mgeni wetu tuanze. Jamani, meka mgeni wetu sana. Nyote mmekaribishwa, everybody who's commenting hapa karibuni, mko wengi. Alafu dapa man unasomanga polepole. But I think it's because we have a background in radio. You know, I used to do Kiswahili radio. So nilikuwa nasoma majina haraka kwanza kwa radio. Unasikia? Evans Ongendo locked in from Kitengela Fari apartment. Nimeona Lona Kenya ni yule amesema guest ako na mtu surely. Alafu live from Malindi Precious, karibu sana. Gotea Seth Panyako hapo Office Media. Dapa man hujasoma comment yangu yote, nasema mhesh asilie tena wow. Ati asilie tena kama ile siku I felt it bana. So when you are crying, other people are feeling for you. That smiley films. Kemunto Kinya anasema happy ni nini hiyo locked in from Embakasi. So when you have a background in radio, because you know radio, a lot of people are sending texts. Ile anasema tuma rafa kwa 5502. So kwa computer unaziona, so lazima but you'll get there. Kwa tu sawa. But karibisha mgeni wetu alafu tuendelee. Alafu yeye nafaa uanze kufanya lessons za kusoma. Tupeleke ujamaa Gumbaru, si ndio? Tenda Gumbaru. Lessons za kusoma. Kusoma tu English, Kiswahili nini?
Mimi niko tayari.
Acha tupange.
Mheshimiwa, jambo.
Si jambo.
Yes. Karibu sana huku kwetu.
Asante.
Tumefurahia sana wewe kufika hapa.
Asante.
Yeah. So mimi naitwa Dapaman. Huyu ni mdozi wangu.
Yes.
Sasa mimi naomba tu nikusaidie kinywaji ambacho utatumia hapa hivi. Sasa tuko na maji fufutende, tuko na sharubati, tuko na soda ya Fanta, tuko na soda ya Coca-Cola.
Leta maji tu. Clean water.
Okay, sawa.
Yeah.
Karibu. Bosi.
Asante.
So mimi nilete juice
Sharubati.
Lakini sana nataka juice ya I think juice ya mango. Panazia kulako kitu kutoka asubuhi kwa.
Hata mimi sijaona.
Hata mama
nimeamka tu hivi nikapeleka costume yangu kwa fundi.
Na ukakuja.
Acha aenda apate lunch kwa bili yangu.
Wewe. Hata mimi niweke hapo.
Bosi pia kwa hiyo.
Tulipikwa sana lakini hatuchaisha.
Bado muko.
Bado muko.
Sasa ndio weke oda ya ugali na ile samaki. Zile samaki kubwa ile hapa ile.
Samaki kubwa na ugali. Ya watu wa
ugali mbili.
Sawa.
Cheki. Alrighty, Davido tuanze kipindi jamani. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Karibu sana, karibu sana. When you see me over here, you know it's Monday, but today is not Monday, man. It is Thursday. Today is Thursday. On Wednesday. Yeah, why? Because we have an exclusive. Yes, we had to do this. This could not wait until Monday. Where? Tukasema tujikaze, tukafika hapa. So karibuni sana. If it's your first time here, this is Obinna Show Live. This platform, we educate you and entertain you. When people sit on this platform, we aim to inspire you and make sure that when you're living here, you get motivated. That's why we do it every Monday, so that Monday, unaanza wiki yako kama imebamba. But for most of us that cannot make it on Monday, you get the episode tayari imesha postiwa pale kwenye online YouTube, unaingia pale Obinna TV extra, una comment, una like na una subscribe. So kama bado huja subscribe, maze unatuangusha. Lakini not to worry, you're right on time for this particular one. So today we're going to be having two guests. All right? One of them is already here. Then later at 5 p.m. we're going to be having Mheshimiwa Mani Bior. Niliona jana mambo ilitembuka sana pale online. Kwanza kajao na miaka naambia busy wewe umeniangusha sana. Mtu anakaa chini anasema, "Oh, yeye ameniweka mjini na umenyamaza." Niko like sasa mimi ndajuaje mliletana aje mjini? Mimi sikujua venye mliletana mjini. So hiyo mambo pia tachemuka, but for right now we have another gentleman in there that I'm going to be introducing in a short while. Remember that during this festive season, a lot of us, we are a little bit reckless. Ama kuna tu pesa tuko nazo spend nini. This is the time now to upgrade. Kama gari yako imekuwa inakusumbua nini, this is the time to fix it. That German machine, that UK machine, uko na ka Benz, uko na ka Audi, uko na ka Range Rover nini, whatever it is, and you want to fix it, the best place to go and do that is none other than Range Rover Center. Check this out. Alrighty, welcome back. So, for the first time on Obinna Show Live, makofi tafadhali Mheshimiwa Seth Panyako. Welcome. Hii ni Obinna Show Live.
Asante.
Hii ndio mjengo yetu. Hapa ndo kwenye tunatafutia watoto na familia. Karibu, welcome.
Asante.
Nimekutafuta we?
Mimi niko tu. Mimi ni kijana wa mtaani tu. Huwezi nitafuta, napatikana tu.
Unapatikana tu.
Kama sukuma ya barabarani hapo, kitaka kununua unaipata.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, so there has been a by-election and mambo imefanyika in a lot of places. Then there was an area called Malava constituency, that's Kakamega County, and a lot happened, and we saw Mheshimiwa crying, shouting, saying they're trying to kill him, and a lot of things was happening. And I sat down and I was like, okay, so what to do? And then I did this video. You have the video? Hebu chezeo video. What's up, everybody? Ogadi tap. I'm looking for somebody, mazen. Nisaidieni kutafuta huyu jamaa. I'm looking for Seth Panyako. Mwambieni Ogadi tap anamtafuta. Akuja Obinna Show Live pale Obinna TV Studios. Tukae chini, tupige story. I'm really looking for Seth Panyako. Kama hivi video tamfikia, mwambie Obinna anamtafuta. All right, we're back. Yeah, so I did that video and I was looking for Mheshimiwa here. I wanted us to sit down with him and find out what exactly is happening. Why? Because he's looked at as a father, and being a Mheshimiwa, there are some things that when they do, it becomes news. Most of the time we see the citizens wanakuanga wanalia, oh, serikali saidia, nini. But now when you see people in the government or somewhere around the government or the people in power doing the same thing, we're like, okay, what's happening? So a lot of people are worried, a lot of people are confused, and that's why I invited him so that we can have a conversation around that and many other things, so that we get to know the gentleman that is seated here. So that is why. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Habari ya Malava?
Malava niliwacha kama vita iko moto sana, lakini nimesikia imepoa.
Oh, when you left Malava bado kulikuwa na war?
Yeah, nilitoka huko vita kama imewaka. Sasa iliwaka mpaka saa zile walitangaza yule mkora ndio vita ikaisha. Alitangazwa kama punduki zimeambiwa returning officer, tangaza sasa. Tangaza.
Na umejuaje na huko na umesema ulitoka huko mpaka wakamtangaza baadaye?
Sasa usipokuwa subira kuna macho yako kwa ground tu. Mpaka upaki na macho kwa ground ya kuangalia nini inaendelea. Hata certificate yangu ilikuwa imeandikwa, imesainiwa, ikaambiwa imepotea, wakaandika ingine ya huyo sasa.
So basically wewe ulitoroka?
Of course, yes, I did. I was told to leave. The arrow aliniambia toka, hii kura ni muhimu kuliko maisha yako na maisha ya familia yako. Ondoka Kakamega. And I left.
Katoroka?
Yeah.
So you're normally based in Nairobi ama you're based in Kakamega?
Kazi niko Nairobi, ofisi yangu kuu iko Nairobi. Lakini hata tukiongea nilikuwa area hii tu. Niliona vitu yako nilikuwa area hii tu. Kazi mimi nafanya kazi hapa Nairobi, niko na ofisi hapa Nairobi. Ofisi ya chama yangu kuu iko Nairobi hapa, makao makuu. Yeah.
So I understand that wewe ulikuwa nurse.
Nilikuwa I'm trained nurse.
Train ama practicing? Did you practice?
No, I stopped practicing.
But you did?
I'm a CEO.
Yeah, but now background.
Naweza bado duga sindano zaidi, lakini I don't practice. No, I don't practice.
But you went to school, did nursing?
I graduated a bachelor's degree in nursing with honors. From the University of Eastern Africa, Baraton. 2001. Yes.
Why nursing?
That was what I...
Kukuwa na computer science.
Hiyo kitu
kukuwa na engineering.
Hiyo ndio nilikuwa nataka tu wakati huo.
It is something you wanted.
I was qualified for those engineering, IT, whatever, but my heart was in the kitu ambayo inaweza onekana kama nasaidia kusave maisha ya watu. Otherwise I was qualified for those other things, but that's where my heart was. Yeah.
You know, there's this thing that I always think sometimes is true, that nurses wanafanyanga saa ingine too much work, even more than the doctors.
Of course, that's true.
Yeah.
Nurses do a lot of work, and that's why they call it a calling, because some of the things they do, a normal human being cannot do it.
True.
But we do it because we have accepted. You know, nursing ideally is not supposed to be done by people who are looking for a career to make money. It is supposed to be done by people who have a feeling that they want to help those who are very vulnerable. Mtu ambaye saa ingine kuna basic needs ambazo hawezi kufanya mwenyewe. Hata saa zingine watoto wako wanaweza kukutoroka. Your husband can run away from you, your wife can run away from you, but a nurse will never run away from you. So that kind of work cannot be paid.
True.
So that's why you see some people who do not have that feeling of being a nurse, you find sometimes they have issues in their place of work. Because they may have gone there because that's the career they thought they would make quick money, they'll get a job. Of course, nursing is highly, when you look at jobs that are highly sought after by the employers, nursing is still very highly rated. So people will look at that and say, let me do nursing, I'll get a job in the US, I'll get a job in South Africa, I'll get a job in Uarabuni. So when they don't get jobs outside that country, the country they want, and they get in Kenya, sometimes wengine wanaanza kuwa na hiyo feeling kwamba I didn't go to school to work in Kenya. But if you went to school to become a nurse to assist people, you can work anywhere under any circumstance. Yeah.
Nurses are not paid what they deserve.
No one can pay us what we deserve.
Yeah.
No one. What we need is just to be paid a decent wage that can make us live a normal life.
Yeah.
But if you say you want to pay me for the work that we do, nurses do, it's not easy. Not easy. You can't.
Yeah. Because even I've seen the things that nurses go through, and they're just there, man. Like sometimes even you get some very abusive patients.
Of course, yes.
And very disrespectful patients. And you're looking at, you're like, this person is trying to help you. Mpaka nurses sometimes wanachokanga, mpaka sometimes pia wanalipuka.
Saa ingine unaona unamuongelesha naye anakuangalia hivi na anapita naenda tu. Because even where that nurse is going, the other patients to be attended to. So if you are here and abusing me and there's someone else there who wants assistance, let me go for the one who's respecting me, because at the end of the day, you are all patients.
Yeah.
So, and you see the shortage that we have in our health facilities. And you know, even nurses have gone through, apart from abuses, insults, and disrespect they get, they have also gone through things that have threatened their lives. Some of them have lost their lives on line of duty. You remember the Kiroma line incident, where a nurse was shot dead. Yeah, so when this also...
Even exposure to infections sometimes.
Yeah, those are very common. We call them nosocomial infections. You get them exposed by where you work. by the value that we get interaction. That's why nurses and other health workers go through almost all vaccinations. You can't work in a health institution if you're not vaccinated. Any vaccine that comes early, health workers are the first people to take them. Yeah. Even COVID-19, we were among the first people to take the vaccines.
Yeah, but even COVID was dangerous for nurses.
Very dangerous.
Imagine you have to go get exposed to this thing that people don't understand. You have to be there with other people.
It killed many of us.
For the nurses,
as we survived, yes, we need to
for the
give
nurses,
them a clap.
COVID tafadhali nurses, man. Yeah, nurses all over the world, man. We respect you. We love you guys. Do an amazing work. You also a nurse. You did a stint at Kenyatta Hospital.
Yeah, I worked in Kenyatta for 7 years.
Oh.
And it's the one that initiated even the politics of workers.
Of workers. Ukaingia huko SG.
Nikaingia huko.
Union of Nurses.
Pika job huko sana. Haikuwa ya nurses siku hiyo. Ilikuwa union nyingine ilikuwa inaitwa KUDHEA. Kenya Union of Domestic Hotels and Hospitals and Allied Workers.
Okay.
Ilikuwa inaitwa KUDHEA. So nilikuwa huko nikakuwa shop steward. I became a very powerful shop steward. And some people felt uncomfortable, so they conspired to throw me out of employment. Wakafikiri wamenitupa nje, kumbe wakachukua chura wakatupa baharini. Chura ikaanza kuimbia, chura ikaimbia kwa maji huko. That's how I found myself founding the Nurses Union after being thrown out of Kenyatta because of my activities as a trade unionist. Yeah, I stayed in Nairobi here for 3 years without a job.
Unatafuta tu.
And I survived.
Wewe huwezi kosa kazi.
I was not looking for any job.
You don't even need like an employment.
I never worked for anybody for 3 good years.
But you survived.
I survived.
Unanona tu.
Nilikuwa nimekonda kama nyasi.
Mtu wa Kakamega. Nairobi for 3 years.
I could eat once in a day if I'm lucky. Sometimes I'll go without food for a whole day.
For real? It was
and I survived for 3 years. Yes. I could walk from Kawangware to Nairobi here town.
Ulikuwa naishi huyu shago ya
Nilikuwa naishi Waithaka huko. Mahali pundugu zinaliaga usiku na mchana. That's where I used to stay. So sometimes I could walk from there up to town. And I don't know whether I'll get something in town or not. But it taught me so many things because I became a jack of many trades. And I survived.
Okay. Yeah, if people go through that, it's called initiation. Yeah, unaingia kwa street, unateseka kidogo, unasema iko sawa. Any happy memories you have serving as a nurse, especially at Kenyatta Hospital?
I had all nice experiences. Only that when I joined the trade union movement is where the rain started beating us. I was told to choose between worker representation and in fact, when I was being thrown out, I had been proposed to go to UK to study masters in neonatal nursing. I will have been the first one in Kenya to have that kind of training. But I chose to stick with the workers because of the problem that workers were going through. Then I was told, okay, we will fire you one of these good days because you have refused to.
You are told straight up?
I was told.
Like this?
Yes.
And we will fire you?
Yes.
By who?
I was told by the CEO. We will fire you one of these days.
Which CEO?
He left. He went, had a stingy at Kenya Methodist University for a short while. Then he left. Fortunately, he left ahead of me. He left in December. I was fired in January. I still remember.
I left a memo.
He was fired.
I'm leaving, but well.
He had, I think, already signed my letter.
Yeah.
I say, I don't give it me. So, you know, these fellows, the big people in office, they are fired. They are fired instantly. And they leave office. You are a small man, there is a small process to be followed. But the big guys are just told you proceed and go.
Wewe tembea.
Yeah.
Tutakutumia vitu zako huko mbele.
Mambo ingine tunaonania mbele. But as a small person, there is a procedure to be followed. The law protects ordinary workers as opposed to these big guys. It protects them obviously, but for them, you know, if you are the CEO and the board doesn't want you and the management doesn't want you and the government doesn't want you, you will have to leave instantly. Mambo ingine mtazungumza ukiwa nje. Lakini a small worker, wewe unaitwa disciplinary, unakuja, unarudi, unareport
HR.
You report once kwa HR in a week as days goes by.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But born and raised wapi?
Kakamega.
Wapi in Kakamega?
Place called Malava.
Hapo ndio home.
Manda Shivanga Ward. And a place called Lunyu. Initially it used to call Lurale. It was a big area. Then nowadays, you know, subdivisions have come up, administrative areas have come up. So now I am at a place called Lunyu. That's where I was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uko na tabia za last born.
Last born? Mimi? Do I look like one?
Ile kulilia pale.
No.
Ule ni last born.
Did you see any tears? Uliona machozi?
Ile nduru ulipiga ile ni last born. Nikasema
You know what I had gone through that time? requires that I ventilate so that the world knows that it's not the election going on in Malava, it's a warfare.
Okay, tutakuja hapo. Tumalize kwanza hapa kwa last one.
And it also shows that I'm a human being. I have feelings. I'm not a stone. I have feelings. I've been strong all through, but now sometimes it reaches when the entire country is, you're fighting the entire government alone. You know, I was left alone now at that time.
Ukabaki kipeke yako. Sasa kwa hiyo story yako hapa hata na understand mbona wewe uko na goons wako, but we'll get there.
Mbona kuzi kupigana na serikali goons? Serikali imechukua goons wote Kenya. You cannot compete with government to buy goons.
When he first born?
No, I'm
middle
third
child.
Born. Third born.
Siblings?
We were born 11. And I think the men tulizaliwa wanaume 6, wasichana 5 na mama moja tu, si wawili. Na pia wasichana wameaga dunia 3, mpaki wawili. So those who are still alive, I think we are 6 men plus 2, 8.
Yeah.
We are 8 alive now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. How do you frequent to Shago?
I go all the time. Before these things, fracas came up, before these elections, this is the most nasty elections that I've ever gone through. I used to go home almost every week.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll stay a week. You know, the kind of work that you do nowadays after COVID-19, you can work from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's spin and come on this side. Now your political story, because you rose in the UDA. You actually a vice chairperson, and you also campaigned for President Ruto. So we were in the union, you are doing all of these things, then how did you transition into politics now? Take me through that.
Okay. When I founded the Nurses Union, that was 2012, it was registered in 2013 through struggle.
Oh, you are the founder?
I'm the founder.
Mame. Good God, well in.
I'm the founder. So when I helped found that union, I brought in a few guys and we worked. When it grew up, when I started getting some small coins from the union in terms of salary, I started going back home to give back to the society. Okay. So I could go home, help school fees, help in churches, help in young people, buy them some the things for sports, like especially football.
Empowerment.
I could buy them games, uniform, sometimes kids, sometimes balls. And we continued like that for a while. Around 2016, I was in my office in Nairobi, and I had somebody call me, there are guys in Nairobi, there are 3 guys in Nairobi, they are in studio in Mulembe FM, and they are saying they have come to collect you to take you home to go and vie for the seat of senator for Kakamega. I thought it was a joke. I didn't have a radio in my office, so I rushed to Uchumi. It used to be Uchumi supermarket down there. I sent my assistant to go and buy a radio. He rushed, bought a radio and brought. And for sure, when we put it on, we had the guy saying we have come to collect Panyako to go and buy for senator seat for Kakamega. That
Who are the guys?
2016. There's some guys from home. The one is the aide for Wangwe. Okay. He works in Wangwe's office as I think CDF manager. He was not a CDF manager then, but today I think he's a CDF manager. Very good young man. And then there were other 2 guys. Another one was called Andeka. Then there's another young man, I don't know where he has left, but he's still in Kakamega. We have not met in recent times. So they came, after that show, I sent somebody to collect them, bring them to my office. They came and we discussed. They said, we want you to join politics. People want you at home. I said, let me think about it. Then I went home. When I went home, Wazee came to my home and told me, we have decided that you come for this seat. And then at that time, the party of my choice, you know, I was supporting Raila all along. I was with Raila in 2002 when we voted in Kibaki. Then 2007, I still voted for Raila Odinga. And then that is 2013, I still had voted for Raila Odinga. So when they came, I told them, obviously, I am an ODM person. So if you want to join me politics, me na join chama ya baba. I came so baba kwake huko city, it's called what, Karen. Tukakaa na yeye tukaongea, akaniambia karibu tutakuonyesha siasa, na akanionyesha.
Okay. Also, Baba is actually the one who taught you politics.
Yes, Papa is the one who encouraged me to join politics, and he gave me the ticket for ODM. Then I vied in 2017. Just like that, I
so
won.
Hukusumbuliwa kupata ticket ya ODM?
No, we went for nomination, of course, but I won. We were 3. We went for nomination and I won.
Okay.
The current CEO for the nuclear program for Kenya, Wabuyabu. I think you know him. Just as Wabuyabu. We were with him. He was, when we vied, I was number 1. Wabuyabu was number 2, and then there was a doctor pharmacist who was number 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not like he gave me for free.
Okay.
But you know, sometimes in ODM you can, if they don't want you even that nomination, you cannot win it. But Baba left it for us to battle it out without any interference.
Okay.
And that's how I came to like Baba from that time.
Okay.
Then when I won again, I came to see him. We had tea with him. Then I went back home. That's how I joined politics.
Okay.
Yeah. But my dad used to be a politician anyway, though he never vied for anything. He used to be a politician.
So basically, your dad was a librarian who knew a lot about politics.
He knew a lot about politics.
Ama he was a mobilizer.
Maybe something like that.
Yeah, because he was saying he was a politician but never vied for anything. I'm like,
He never vied for anything.
Alikuwa ni goon.
Hapana. My dad was one of the highly respected guys in the community. He had philosophical words. When you sit with him, he will be counseling you and telling you sometimes things which you think are not correct. But he will tell you. He was not a violent person.
Okay.
Yeah, when it comes in politics, he was not violent. But maybe that's how life is.
You are the one who was now to come and now step in that shoe and now represent. Anybody else in your family in the politics space?
No, my brother, small brother, did contest in Nakuru.
Yeah.
But I think he stood on the wrong party. He was with the ANC in an area that was predominantly ODM.
Okay.
So he used to be number 2 all the time. I told him, move away from this thing of ANC called ODM. He could not listen.
Alivai mara ngapi?
Mara mbili.
Oh, okay.
He became number 2. Okay. So wakati ANC ilihusu wakakula naye mandazi, sasa akawachana na siasa kuja kunisupport.
Davido, make sure leo unacheza na disclaimers. Venye tumeanza kutuma mandatory supu. Yaani hiyo chama yote tu umesema alikula nao mandazi. Hata kulikuwa na chapati hapo hata chai.
Yeah, mandazi tu.
But tumereduce kwa mandazi. It's fine. Okay. So now you are part of ODM. Now you're in the politics. So you went to vie. So
I vied. I won. It was taken away from me. Openly. It's not even a secret. You remember that the time the nurses union was on strike for 6 months. And the head of state, who is now a good friend of mine today, I wouldn't want to say anything bad, but like, it's history. If he hears, he should not talk about history. I'm not talking about the current situation. Yeah. He said this man cannot be a senator when he has stopped my country. And the people I was working with, like in Paranya, I thought they were with me. Kumbe, they worked my back. They took away my victory. I went to court.
Will you win?
Yes, I won senator seat with a very big margin. But you know what happened that time? Even when you go today, that's an evidence. You can even go and look at it, Obinna. You are a journalist. You can investigate.
Okay.
You can go to Kakamega and look at appeal number 7 of 2017, number 14 of 2017, Seth Panyako and IBC and others. Look at the figures which are there. When you look at the figures given to Ms. 198, signed by the county returning officer, the figures given to Malala at that time was 228,000. But the figures gazetted by Chebukati was 258,000.
Yours?
He's the winner now. So there's a whoop difference of 30,000 votes. We don't know where they were, where they came from. They could not be accounted for.
So Chebukati alikucheza?
See, because Chebukati was gazetted what was given to him. But when I raised the issue, it was upon him now to investigate, even administratively. Okay. He didn't have to go to court administratively to investigate and say, how can such a claim be made? He will have seen, he gazetted 258 for Malala, and at the Kakamega from that 7C, he got 228. So there's a whopping 30,000 difference. That's the time of computer chicks, you remember? Okay. So, but sometimes you move on. The only thing I liked about 2017 was that there was no violence. We did very, very peaceful campaigns with my small brother, Malala. We never confronted each other. Even when we could meet on the road, we could greet each other and laugh and move on. But as opposed to 2022, where there was violence, the late attacked my people, did a lot of grievous injuries on my people, and it went like that.
Okay.
And then the worst has been this one.
So this 2017, you are vying for Senate.
Senate, yeah.
And Malala took it.
Yeah.
How did you take it? Yeah.
We of course, you know, we went to court, but our courts are not trustworthy at that time. So this is why I've even said I'm not going to court with this Malava thing for the 2020, this one.
Yeah.
Where everybody says we should go to court because of the level of violence.
Okay.
It's a war zone. You cannot have an election in a war zone.
Okay.
It was like a Somalia, kind of. Even Somalia is peaceful nowadays.
Okay.
This one was like Russia.
So ukawachana nayo ukasema with this for 2017 wacha ikae ukasonga nayo.
Nikasonga mbele.
Aya. Budget wise ya hii Senate campaign, how much money did you lose in that in 2017?
When you go to elections, you don't lose anything because you know the money you go use for campaigns ideally is something you planned for. So I didn't use as much as in 2022. That will surprise you.
So ulitumia doka ngapi?
That will surprise you.
Yeah.
For parliamentary seat, I spend more than I spend on the Senate seat.
No, but sina kwanga hivyo.
No, Senate is wide. You know, Senate is big. Senate,
that's
about 800,000 voters in Malava, in Kakamega County. But in Malava, I'm talking about 94,000 voters. But I spend more in Malava than I spend on the Senate seat.
Because of why?
Well, I think I enjoyed the Senate campaign. We were only 5 guys running my campaign. 5 guys, myself.
And then Malala was just the threat ilikuwa ni Malala.
Malala, no, of course, Malala was not being aided during the campaign. Of course, my senior Francis Atwell used to give him money. Me, I was not being given money by anybody. So I was just looking for my resources. Few friends throwing me here. Nurses came in a big way. In fact, the campaign for 2017 was run by nurses. They supported me. They contributed for me. They contributed for me over 15 million. Because I spent roughly around 30 million.
2017, you spent around 30 M.
Yeah.
And most of it, nurses were 50%.
They were contributing. Unaweza amka asubuhi una pesa, kufika saa 6 unaona imekuwa milioni 1 kwa hiyo nini yako ya kucontribute. Unatoka mbio unaenda kukampeni. Yaani umekaa kwa nyumba asubuhi, no hata fuel una.
Yeah.
Lakini ukifika saa 6 unaona wajamaa wameweka milioni 1 hapo.
Okay.
Mtu anatuma 10,000, mwingine 5,000, mwingine 1,000, mwingine 500, mwingine 300. And I have about 40,000 nurses in the country. So even if someone is sending me 1,000, you know that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
So they did support me in 2017. I am happy. And then I had also the well-wishers who came in to support me, and I had my own savings for that particular campaign.
So 2022, you decided is MP.
Yeah, people
told
me, come back down here. We want to build you from the grassroots because we are looking at you beyond this thing of Kakabeka. And for you to be a strong leader, you need to have a strong base. And it begins at home. So they even forced me that if I don't win the seat for Malava, I will stay in Malava until I win. They have refused that I will not go for any other seat. I will remain in Malava because they want me to come up with a foundation where I was born. That is my foundation.
Okay.
I can't run away from that.
So that's why 2022 kasema
nikarudi hapo.
Ndio sana piga nayo.
Ndio hii sasa unaona vile kulienda.
Aya. Now let me take you back nyuma kidogo. So 2017 you are with ODM.
Yes.
Then you did not win.
And the reason why I left ODM are a little bit different from the reason why I left UDA.
Okay.
When I discovered that ODM, not Papa really loved me. I remember he called me on 9th. Akaniambia kura yako inaibiwa vile yangu inaibiwa. Nikamuuliza what are we going to do? Akasema resist. Then when time for resistance come, I find the person who stole my victory using Jubilee system is the one resisting with Papa. I was the first person to acknowledge Uhuru Kenyatta as the president of Kenya. And I received a phone call from Mama Ngina. And I did it in Kisumu. Because I was a senior person at that time. I called a press conference in Kisumu when the people are resisting. Kimewaka kwa barabara maandamano. Hata sijui nilikuwa nafikiria nini. Aki Obinna ningewawa. Mimi nikasema Kisumu kwa vile baba amemtambua Malala kama senator wa Kakamega, na mimi natangaza kwamba namtambua Uhuru Kenyatta kama rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya. Kwa sababu huwezi kubali chicks ingine, computer chicks ingine unakubali hapa na unakataa ingine. If you accept Malala, must accept Uhuru Kenyatta as the president. And Mama Ngina called me.
Kupigwa zingine. Kupigwa. Na uko Kisumu.
Iko Kisumu.
Wewe kupigwa zingine unajitafutia sasa wewe.
Hata sijui nikikaa chini nikianza kuwaza nasema was my brain working at that time. I did that thing in Kisumu and I left Kisumu. I think they had not aired by the time I was leaving.
Technology haiko imesonga kama sasa. Ungeimba. Unaona ndio nilipiga juzi.
Ningeona moto. So I left. I left, went home in the evening. We know now it was everywhere because now Kenyatta was happy, Uhuru Kenyatta was happy. Because of course, he knew I had won. And he knew everybody knew that I was the senator for Kakamega. So, the Uhuru Kenyatta's mother was very happy.
Akakukol.
Yes, and I went to the office. Nilienda ofisi yake pale, ukiteremuka hapo kabla uende Mathare Mental Hospital. Hapo kwa mteremuka hapo, ofisi yake iko hapo on the right. Mama called me, I went there to greet.
Hati tukae chini.
Tukisalamia umesema mzuri sana. Wacha vita iwake. Kama wao wanakubali hawa walitoka computer ni maseneta. Na kwa nini rais alitoka kwa computer sio president?
Oh wow.
It can't work like that.
Okay. So handshake.
But Baba was not really he didn't know that his people were actually working with Jubilee. So most of those guys used Jubilee system to go to parliament at that time. But that's water under the bridge.
What do you mean Jubilee system?
That is the time of how does Chebukati Gazette 258 and yet the county returning officer Kakamega sign form 37 sinasema 228. It means Chebukati used the system in a computer which was counting itself.
But people have been saying, even right now,
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people saying that you can't rig an election. That
Uongo.
it's impossible to rig an election.
Uongo. That's a rig election and I won the Thursday I won. Why am I not in parliament? I won in 2020. Why was I not in parliament?
No, apart from stuffing of the ballots, wanasemanga stuffing, the people can do that one nini, lakini wanasema kwa computer yenyewe ikiwekwa.
Obinna, let me tell you, there is a polling station called Timbito Primary School. Ukienda kwa hiyo mlango saa hii, the form yenye imewekwa pale that 4A ni blank, haina kitu. They took and sent it to me this morning. It's blank, it has nothing. So the original which was there has been removed because it has been doctored. It's blank. They rig elections and they change everything.
So it's possible to rig elections?
They rig elections. It's not possible. Kenya, people who win never step in parliament. Those who lose are the ones who are there. Look at the guy. He didn't even get 7,000 votes. He's been sworn in.
Which guy?
They stuffed 10,000 votes. I was still ahead. Now they started doing mathematics. Hata ukiangalia zingine haziingiliani. We have just reviewed 9 polling stations. Ingiliani. Nimepata kura 200 wamerudisha 80. Nimepata ingine yeye amepata 70 wamepeleka yeye 300. You look at those kind of things and you wonder where the country headed to.
Tutakuja kwa hiyo conversation. Bado mdogo. Hiyo mambo imekuwasha ukutu zile. Tutafika huko. Hiyo tunaenda kuiunpack pole. Now, 2017 umefind out that kuna watu wengine wanacheza chini na Jubilee. Alafu that's the reason why you left ODM.
I left ODM because not because of Baba.
Okay.
Baba, I really respected him because he went through what I went through. If these people were working with Jubilee to undermine some of us, what are chances that they were not working with Jubilee to undermine Baba?
Who are these people?
Including Gino Paranya. These are the people who stole my victory in 2017. And they're the same one who have done just the other day. Oparanya was in Malava, Fernand Barasa, the head of the Goons, Nabina Wera, Rashid Echesa, the non-criminal, Divondo, the architecture of all criminals in Samala, inaitwanga Samala, and I'm Laksama, known by everybody as the head of the criminal of Laksama. All of them were in Malava. All the criminals in Kenya were in Malava. All of them, plus the entire cabinet. Murkomen was there in my own village. He went to sit in a house of the MCA, from my own MCA, to plot how to take away my victory. PS for Interior was there. Which other constituency did they go? And there was a by-elections in about six areas. The whole government was there, plus all the goons.
You saw them?
What are you talking about? Divondo came to my hotel and calls me, come out. I was standing there, told me, this is my hotel, you have come to say, come out. You are my visitor, come in, let us sit and talk, tell me what you want. Then he retreated. You saw the other big man naked was Nini. Was Rivondo's, he just
the guy was stripped naked.
Yes, he was in he was in my hotel. And you saw him saying that they came there to make sure I don't win. And they accomplished it. And you saw him acknowledging.
So this is the same thing that you claim happened in 2017?
No, 2017, no, there was no violence. I told you that.
No, but you said it was still planned, though. There was no violence.
There was no violence, but
they planned against you.
The 2017 one was very stupid, you know.
Huh?
The 2017 was very stupid.
You were
Because
stupid?
It was a very stupid stealing of election, because that one, I'm telling you, even if you go right now to Kakamega, locals, and ask you want to do a research on that file, you will see it. You don't have to ask anybody.
So it is
you will
there.
see 2 sets of results. 2 sets. One gazetted 258, the other one. Then when they realized they had made a mistake, they went and tried to cook the forms. So you get 2 sets of forms in that file.
Okay.
One filed by the returning officer for Kakamega, showing that Malala got 228, me 198. Another one filed by the IBC Nairobi, showing that Malala got to 258.
Okay.
To match the gazetted ones.
Okay.
They cooked. It is there. You can see them.
So this was the reason why you left ODM for UDA.
I left ODM for. I didn't join UDA at that time.
Okay.
I left ODM when I realized that the people I was working with did not only fight me, but they actually the money they were being given even to support me for the campaigns, they were supporting the other guy. So I realized there's no need for you to sit with people patrolling you. How can I sitting with you planning how to win an election, and then ukitoka pale you're working against me? So I left. I stayed partyless until 2020, when now Ruto had left the UDA, had left Jubilee.
Okay.
But you know, he was still there because of the deputy president.
Okay.
And so I felt he was being fought because they thought a person of a poor background like him,
Yeah.
whose father was not known and his mother was not known, cannot ascend to presidency. And it's on that feeling that I felt that's where most of us belong.
So you identified
identified
him,
with Ruto.
his background.
And you know, also went to school with him.
Aye.
We were in Kapsabet Boys with him. So you see,
Oh.
we have some small background together.
Your schoolmates?
He was, of course, ahead of me.
Okay.
When he was finishing Form 6, I was joining Form 1.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we had that kind of, that thing came out clearly that it could have been wrong or it could have not been true, but when it came out clearly that those people, the group of Honorable Raila Odinga, of course, coming from that kind of family, and Uhuru Kenyatta from that kind of family, they will not allow a person from a known background to ascend to presidency. It ignited me and it gave me strength to go and say, let me fight alongside a person I can identify with. And that's how I went to support William Ruto.
So you're the one who looked for him.
Yeah, and I went to him before even we didn't have any political party at that time. So we were just going around fighting. At that time we were saying, what were we saying? You know, you remember, I've forgotten already because I moved away from UTA. We were saying they have and they have not, but we used to call them
Hustlers.
hustler against dynasty.
Dynasty, yeah.
Dynasty is what we were saying. And that thing continued until we formed UDA, and I was among the founding officials.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I was the first vice chair, programs and strategy. I was rightly behind Muthama.
Okay.
And you know, Muthama also has left the party. Everybody has left.
Now, before we come back to the UDA switching, let me take you a little bit back. During 2017 election, why do you think these people were fighting you? Because you mentioned a couple of names, you're like, they were being given money, they were giving you opposition, the people were playing games with Jubilee.
At that time,
why were they against
at
you?
that time, I didn't have so many enemies. It was just an issue of the union that I had stopped the country. So the president was not happy. And so there was a promise that we tutawapatia system yetu na nyinyi muhakikishe Panyako apiti. So that is what happened. But I didn't have that kind of hatred because maybe my potential in politics also had not shown clearly. Because right now I hear there are very many people who are scared of Panyako being elected in anything.
Okay.
They fear.
So fast forward, now you're in UDA, you are the secretary, you're doing this party, you're building this party with the president. Mm-hmm. And then fast forward, you came and in 2023 resigned.
Yeah, of course we know. I am someone who believes in what I tell people. Okay. Obinna, if I tell you we must break that wall, and we agree with you that we will break that wall and we will go through it, we must do it together. But sasa tukifika pale wewe ushapata pesa, unaona hii ukuta hizi pomolewa na watu wamefungiwa huko nyuma. And we agree that when we get whatever you are getting, tutapomoa hiyo ukuta tutoe wale watu wamefungwa huko ndani. Yeah. When we get the power, you say no, let these people continue being inside. I cannot agree. So I left UDA on principle. Yeah. Not on personal vendetta or something. I have nothing against William Ruto. Oh. He's a human being just like me. Yeah. He's my elder brother. I have nothing personal. We have not quarreled against him. Hatupakani shamba, isipokuwa is my brother-in-law. I'm married right next to him. Nimeoa msichana yao tu hapo. Hajajua hiyo maneno. I call him is my father-in-law because of his age. Because my wife is almost the age of his children. So I can call him my father-in-law.
Wapi huko umeoa wapi? Yeah?
Hapo Tarbo, my second wife in Mnandi. Naibu ya William Ruto.
Your second wife?
Yes.
Kwani kuna bibi wangapi?
Wawili. I'm a man of a family bwana. Wewe huwezi kuwa kiongozi kwa Waluhya kama hakuna bibi na hakuna watoto. Obinna na magari bwana.
Nilijua sikuwa nimejua tu ni double.
Hapana bwana.
Mimi nilijua kuna
double bwana.
Kumbe ni watu.
Double watu. Huyu ni baba ya watu.
Yeah, I've heard that thing about.
So there is nothing personal between me and him.
Okay.
We don't apart from that one that brings me close to his family. We don't share the boundary.
But you pia kuna beef, even if it brings
no,
you close.
Beef,
there's nothing
personal. Completely.
Just principle.
That's principle. Because when I take the dowry very soon, he will be there to receive them.
Hujalipa mahari?
Si nimelipa kidogo. Si mahari nalipwanga haimaliziki.
Mwesh.
Mahari imaliziki.
Kwani umelipa?
Unalipa kidogo, unaenda unalipa, unakula kuku tena, ukilipa yote kuku utakula kidogo. So lazima ukule kidogo every time you take unakula kuku. Ukipeleka tena unakula kuku.
So the idea ni kukula. Akiwaluya.
Lazima ukule kuku ukipeleka mahari bwana. Ukipeleka safari moja yote sasa wewe utakuwa kuku utakuwa.
But bibi wa kwanza ulishamaliza kulipa.
Huyo tumemalizana. You know me, I'm a nationalist. Mimi sijaoa hata Mluhya bado.
First wife anatoka wapi?
Bibi yangu ya kwanza ni Mgikuyu. Yes.
Kutoka wapi?
Kutoka Nyahururu, lakini wa Nyeri. Alitoka Nyeri wakahamia Nyahururu. A neighbor of Kioni.
Okay.
Yes.
Then wa pili Nandi.
Yes.
Watatu?
Maybe watatu atakuwa Mluhya kama atakuwa.
Haujaingia kwa kesi unajua
unajua Obinna, I lived out for many years.
Okay.
And I feared marrying a Luhya because I could marry a relative. Because my family is so huge. We could be huge in terms of ukoo. Lakini kwa mali ndio hatuna. But nilirudi nyumbani ukiuliza msijana anasema mimi natoka hapo mtoto ya Mchomba. Hapo mtoto siji Mfiala siji. Nikasema hawa watu nitaingia kwa shida hawa. Wacha niwaje na hawa watu. Wacha nitembee bali. Niliogopa kuoa relative.
Mpaka Nyahururu ndani.
Niliogopa nikakimbia huko because nilikata girlfriend. There's a girlfriend I got when I was the university. Tukiongea kidogo anasema anapiga simu naongea na baba yake. Mimi naongea na baba yake. Baba yake anauliza wewe ni mtoto ya fulani? Unajua wewe? Sasa wewe is my mother. I never know that one is my cousin. Sasa I said hapa kimeumana. Nikawacha hiyo story. Kasema Mluhya sasa simkuzi.
Karibu Akisi. Thank me later. Na Wakamba. Na Wajaka.
Sasa nimetosheka. Kama nikutembea na tutembea huko nyumbani.
Sawa. All the best. All right. So now, let's come back to the politics side. So you've left and then you started criticizing the Kenya Kwanza government sana about the cost of living. You are very vocal about the housing levy.
Now you're asking why I left UDA. And I was telling you that I left UDA on principle, not on personal vendetta. One of the reasons why I left was that we were telling people, hustler, kazi ni kazi, pesa mfukoni. We make your life better.
Yeah.
But when we took off, when the government took off, because I was not in government, I had lost. I was asked to join government as a principal secretary. I did not accept.
And you must go offered twice.
Yeah, I left. I gave.
Why?
No, but me have a job. I can't afford to be managed. I manage myself. Hii kazi ya kupewa alafu asubuhi unafutwa utaenda wapi?
So come back to your job.
No. Hiyo ukienda umeenda. You see, once you become a PS, you become an employer. So the workers cannot allow you back to the office. So you either choose to be a worker or leaders of worker, or you become an employer. A PS is substantively an employer on behalf of government. So there's no way you can go for that position. Kisha pewa leo unafutwa kesho, you are destroyed forever.
Kwani ulikuwa unataka nini wewe? Ulikuwa unataka?
Hakuna kitu nataka. I'm satisfied even today.
No, your time.
Your time.
Yes.
Hapana, hakuna kitu. I already have a job. Even right now as I'm sitting here, Obinna. I've told you tulinyoroshwa sana lakini hatujaisha. I can afford to buy you lunch.
Hey, you can afford to buy me lunch?
Yes.
Nilikuwa natamani sana kukula. So that's why you offer the position ukasema pana.
No.
Mimi sitaki.
You know, if you have something that you can predict even if it is small.
Yeah.
But you can predict that I can do this, I can do this period of time.
Yes.
You know, ikasi ya CS na PS, you can't predict.
Yeah.
The president can wake up tomorrow na wanasikia rais amefanya mabadiliko katika baraza la mawaziri. Na unasikia Panyako ametupwa nje. Sasa hizo unaanza kulilia hapo kwa Moshi. Hiyo ndio nitalia mzuri sana.
Yeah.
Sasa I'll be looking at how my children will go to school. I still have young children. Small kids are still going school, school going kids. Okay. So why I left UDA is where we are. When William Ruto became the president of the Republic of Kenya, the first thing he did was to open war with different people in this country. The first one that he opened war against that hurt me most was the mothers. Uhuru Kenyatta had a program called Linda Mama, where once you register, a mother registers, after 9 months she gives birth, Linda Mama pays. He removed that one. I told him this direction we are going is not the right one, because now when you remove Linda Mama, hustlers are suffering. Are you helping hustlers by removing Linda Mama, or are you? You
told him?
Yes.
One-on-one.
What are you talking about? You don't know me, Obinna. I don't fear anybody. I don't. You think these things I say, ordinary people can say?
Umesema you don't fear anybody.
I don't.
You know we have a video.
I don't fear anybody.
The video kuna video ya Manduru.
Or you think when I make noise I'm fearing somebody?
Wacha tucheze video. Tuko na evidence kwa karatasi.
Did you see me run away?
What? Si video iko hapa.
Video iko wapi? Mimi sina mahali ya kuona hiyo video. Hiyo mtajionyesha nyinyi wenyewe.
Nitakuonyesha si kamera. Cheza video tu. Ndio hiyo tu. Kidogo. Hiyo part moja.
Duru imekataa kutoka, wachana nayo. Hiyo ni hasira.
Hiyo nduru ya hasira.
Hiyo ni hasira.
Hiyo si ya woga.
Hiyo ni hasira.
But ulisema umetoka Malava.
Wewe unafikiri if I'm a coward I will come to national TV and speak the things I'm speaking?
No, I'm not saying you're a coward. Nimesema kuogopa. Okay.
Okay, so there is the feeling that you need to do something, but you're not capable of doing it.
Okay.
That feeling.
Okay.
You want to remove that anchor.
Okay.
And also to people know that you are a human being.
Okay.
I'm a normal human being, as a village boy. I grew up in the village. And I think that one was good for me. I removed some feelings in my heart.
Okay.
that were not desirable for me at that time. And that's why I'm more healthy than that time.
So, you told the president straight up, Linda Mama?
Second thing that I told him,
yeah.
he attacked our children in high schools and the parents in high schools.
High schools?
Uhuru Kenyatta left something called Edu Afya. When your child fell sick in a public school, the NHIF will pay, and the principal or the dean of students will only call and say, mtoto ni mgonjwa, tumempeleka shule, hospitali, go and see your child in hospital. But NHIF was paying for that. Now he removed that. I told him, are you helping hustlers or are you killing hustlers? That was not enough. He opened war with workers. He forced us to pay housing levy, raided our gross salary. As if that's not enough, he came with Shachi Shoshu, raided our payslip, 2.75. If you have salary and you have payslip, you exactly know what I'm talking about. As a leader of the worker, I would not have agreed. So there were many valid reasons why I parted with William Ruto and UDA.
So you spoke with him?
Yes.
Personally?
But I was the chairman at that time.
Okay.
And at some point, he agreed with me. I don't even understand.
Alikubali?
He agreed with me, said, wewe ni kiongozi wa wafanyakazi. Na hiyo mambo nasema ni sawa tu. Lakini sasa, but it became tough. I think at some point, William was not very bad. At some point, he changed and agreed with me that I'm doing kazi ya wafanyakazi. But I think the pressure was too much, especially when my small brother Malala became the SG. There was a lot of pressure on William to have me kicked out as an official of the party.
Why?
So you remember a time he called me on the airport when I was going home and he told me, people are saying you should not continue being an official. Then I told him, you want me to leave? Yes. but still I didn't live at that time. Later on, we met again in State House. It's a long story. But on short, what I'm trying to say is that I did not leave UDA on any personal vendetta against any official of the party or the president. I left UDA because I did not agree them to backtrack on the policies that brought them in power.
Okay.
And I have told you some of those things. Of course, the killings came in. You remember when we were campaigning, we used to say there will be no more Rivayala. Yes. There will be no more Rivayala. But what happened? Middle came office, started killing people. Children, young people. The future of every society is the young people. So if you target young people, you are killing the future of that society. You are wiping it out. So all those things contributed to me saying, no, I don't belong here.
Okay. Yeah. Kondoka. Now, when you're in the party, you've said that there's a lot of pressure from outside and also within that you should not be in the leadership role in the party. Why do you think that was?
You know, I was very critical because these issues I'm telling you, I was already talking about them, even in public. Oh. Specifically that time the president get so agitated. I went to Ukambani. And when they gave me time to speak, when I spoke, everybody started cheering me. And the governor had not come for that funeral. The deputy had not come. Members of parliament had not come for that area. And when they heard I had spoken and everyone was cheering me, they thought I was Mkamba, I want to sit there. So they all dropped that funeral after I had left to counter what I had said.
What did you say?
I was just talking about how the cost of living was going up.
So you were in the government? Now
I was still fighting inside because I said I'll fight from inside. It was our government. I contributed to making that government. And I was not going just to leave it a coward. I fought until it was now not tenable for me to stay.
Oh, you are in the boat, but you're drilling holes in... I
was not drilling the hole of the map. I was correcting.
Move you from...
Now let me tell you. If they listen to me, they will not have used about $1 billion in Malava and they still lost. They will have had me in UDA. I will have easily won because mimi watu wananipenda.
But having you in UDA and you are the one drilling holes in the boat.
I was not drilling holes. I was trying to seal the holes that Ruto and his psychophants were drilling in the boat.
By sealing, by going in Ukambani and we're addressing, saying, oh, he cost of living in Gumu. Now we're unakana president.
What was wrong? Even today, even if for example, opposition takes government today, let me tell you the truth. If they took government today, and I'm even a member of parliament, and they go this direction that William Ruto went with UD, I'll still criticize them. Because when you promise people that you will make their lives better, and you go to office and you make their life worse, we should stop. We cannot be sycophants. I cannot be a sycophant. When you remove Linda Mama, are you helping Kenyans or you are making their lives very difficult? And I person unapeleka wapi?
But what happened to like the leadership space in UDA? Like there's no other senior men you guys can sit down together and women and you say let's talk to the president. Umwambia hapana president hapa kidogo email left right. Wewe ulikuwa unatoka tu peke yako. Ukitoka peke yako hapo ndio sasa you know if you come out in
numbers. I am not the only one who left.
But if you came in numbers you'd go and say hey Mr. President hapa kidogo mambo ni ngumu. Kwani angewasikiza?
Obinna, let me tell you, you don't know William. I know William. Sometimes he listens to himself. He doesn't listen to anybody. He listens to himself. If he listens to anybody today, William will have brought back Linda Mama. He will have brought back Edu Afia. He will not have increased school fees for secondary school from January by reducing capitation from 22,000 per child to 12,000. He will not have done that. Uhuru Kenyatta did that. Kibaki brought free primary education. What is there that is going to show people? Wewe unachenga barabara, tunataka kuchenga barabara na watoto wanafukuzwa shule. Nanda pita hiyo barabara. You want everybody to be hopeless. No school, no nothing. From January, we're going to have serious problems for our children in secondary school because school fees have gone up by 10,000. Our purchasing power has gone down because the income is not in the joblessness. Watu wanamaliza shule hakuna kazi.
But those have been complaints even in Uhuru's government. Also, the complaints were just there. Remember, in
yes,
Uhuru's
that's
government...
why I'm saying don't make their life even worse. Retain the good things that President Uhuru had done. You cannot be the president and you want to overturn everything. I have nothing against President Ruto. I have everything against his policies and principles and how he's running the country. You can't turn everything upside down. Look at NHIF. What we needed was just improve NHIF. We only needed 700 million to upgrade NHIF system, IT system, to have it functioning. What did they do? They went there, Gnandi's wife and the rest, and they took 104.8 billion, saying they're bringing us it. That's outright robbery. We should not speak about that.
Basi walisema watu walikuwa naiba NHIF.
Sasa hao ndio wakaenda wakabeba yote. Unajua hao walikuwa wanaiba kidogo kidogo. Wao walibeba yote. 104.8 billion hadi kwa computer. Kwani hiyo ID hiyo ni kwani hiyo mahewa imepatilika na sisi tunafanyaga hii wifi hatuna shilingi kidogo kidogo shilingi 2 tumebrowse. Hiyo 104 billion na system.
No, it is a system,
system
that is so robust and is so secure that watu hawezi ibia kwa hiyo system.
Hiyo system imai kuletea dawa hapa. Can you order that dawa from a public hospital right now ikulete?
It is SHA si ya order dawa kuleta hapa.
SHA ni ya nini?
Si ni ya kulipa hospital bill.
We are telling you we only needed 700 million because I'm a health worker and I'm a leader to upgrade NHIF program. But because this wife and those wakora and the state house wanted to eat money, wakasema wanataka kuleta system mpya, which collapsed and they went back to NHIF system.
So they're using NHIF system?
Yes, they has collapsed.
So SHA ni NHIF system?
Yes, it collapsed.
Aye.
See, I'm telling you. This
na
system 104.8 billion system.
Lakini hizo bilioni ni mingi.
Unajua hizo zinaweza jenga barabara ngapi hapa Kenya?
Si wanajenga barabara, si barabara sasa inatengenezwa wamelaunch.
Wanaweza jenga mashule ngapi? Wanaweza equip mashule ngapi na mahospitali ngapi na equipment na madawa na kuandika madaktari na manases na lab people na watu wakifanya kwa hospitali? For how many years?
But wamesema hiyo iko kwa plan yao.
Which plan?
Si hata mabarabara juzi, si barabara imelaunchiwa juzi kwanza hii.
Mtalipia hii barabara mpaka mtajua. Hii barabara umeambiwa ni ya bure. Si umesikia ni ya biashara? Ukitaka kupita unalipa.
Hii 6 lane ya kwenda nini?
Hii ya kwenda inaitwa hii ya kulipa. Kumbe hujui? Si ya bure. Ni biashara wanafanya. Na hiyo biashara ni yao. They are buying, they are taking everything, they are grabbed everything. Everything literally. These fellows are shameless.
Stadiums.
Iko
Talanta ile is beautiful.
Wewe umesikia ile inajengwa hapa Talanta ile ni imechukua bilioni ngapi?
Umeona venye ni mrembo? Hiyo nyumba ni
umeambiwa ni bilioni ngapi?
Hapo tena kuna shida kidogo.
I tell these guys that they are mannerless. You know these guys are mannerless.
No, but si kazi inafanyika.
These guys are mannerless Obinna.
Si hata wao
they steal everything. Sometimes even they forget. They steal from the left and put in the right. And they run away, they have stolen. I'm telling you, these guys, they are mannerless.
Affordable housing.
Ile style wanaiba ni
affordable housing.
Hao ndio wanasupply majuma yote huko.
Sasa kusupply majuma ni shida gani na inasaidia?
Na hao ndio wanaamua. Wanajenga nyumba kwa shamba ya serikali. Alafu wanakuja kuhusia raia. Serikali nyingine ikikuja return our land. The same thing they wanted to do for those people who are given prison land in Kitale. Because they said this land was government land. How are you given? Now you are taking government land, building a house and selling. And yet you wanted to move people from prison land in Kitale because it was prison land given to private people by President Moi. Just because it was not you who gave it. And yet you are giving right now. What's the difference between that prison land that Moi gave private people and this one you are building houses and selling? And if you ask them, the proceeds of the houses you are selling is going to who? They will not tell you.
Hasini kwa government.
Which government? Wewe umeona budget wakisoma budget hii ya budget wakisema hii proceed tunaweka kwa budget imetoka kwa houses tumeuza. Where is the money going?
Si mimi nimejua inaingia kwa system yani ni kama
bila nionyeshe kwa budget mahali wameweka hii pesa imekuja kwa budget imetoka kwa housing. We continue contribute to that useless housing thing and they continue selling the houses. Na housing ingine wananunua wenyewe hata wanunui wanachukua. If you say you corrected 600 billion, you say it in Ethiopia. If it were you who said it in Ethiopia, isn't it? Let's assume it was Obinna in Ethiopia, and you are giving a report to the world and you're saying in Kenya, workers have given me 600 billion. Even if one unit is going for 1 billion, how many houses are supposed to have? How many units?
Mimi unanipatia stress pia mimi.
But these are facts.
But it's helping the housing problem.
Which housing problem?
A lot of people don't have houses in the country. That's what they said.
Did they ask they want to be built for a house?
Si waliona tu watu wana.
Wewe ukiwa mwanaume na huwezi jenga nyumba, you are not supposed to be a man.
So government is inijenge.
You are not even supposed to have children. An African does not wait for another man to build a house for him. This is pure corruption. People are taking our country. They have taken everything. Na uliza wewe pesa hii proceed ya housing levy inaenda wapi?
Hata mimi sijui.
Inafanya kazi gani?
So, unaniuliza mimi.
For how long are we going to continue contributing?
Koriri pesa inaenda wapi? Pia ajui.
Ndio kuna mtu anajua. So your worry is just as worry as mine.
Sio ulikuwa huko.
We are speaking, and that's why I left.
Farmers, they are being empowered.
By what?
Fertilizer.
Hii mawe.
Wanapatiwa seedlings.
That
was one scandal.
Hii mawe ndio unasema.
Blow things out of proportion. It was one situation.
It was mawe they were giving our farmers. Can you see?
But that was one.
Look, Obinna.
That was one.
These fellows, I told you, they are mannerless.
See, it was
changed. I told you they are mannerless. Unajua mtu ana tabia. Anakula kishiba na kutapikia kwa miguu. Imagine wanachukua wakulima wanapea mawe, wapande nayo mahindi.
Hiyo ilikuwa moja mheshimiwa.
Hiyo mahindi Uhuru Kenyatta alituachia hii 50 kg, 25 kg ama 50 kg ikienda na 950 shillings. Wameongeza mpaka 2000.
Inflation.
Which inflation? Nani ameleta inflation? So walisema uchumi imeimprove. Imeimprove kwa nani? Kwao peke yao. Uchumi imeimprove wamesema. Shilingi imetoka sijui 180 imekuja 120 something.
Ime stabilize 120 128.
Why now fertilizer going up instead of coming down? You know if the economy is improving, watu tuone kwa mifuko yetu.
But you know, cost of living ime increase kila mali, it's worldwide. Hata majuu watu pia wana complain. You've not seen the videos on CNN and the likes that everybody's complaining about.
Any government that jokes with food, agriculture, is not a serious government. How could you have allowed, who has ever been taken to prison because of your fertilizer amount? Because that's business that was being done inside State House, not outside.
Aye.
I can tell you for free, the president may not be aware. Let me isolate.
Oh, okay.
The president himself.
Inside.
Let me say, the president himself may not have been aware, but it was being done inside State House.
Na nani?
Sikina Faruk. Kwani nani? Kwani unafikiri mimi naogopa Faruk? That's a school class 2 dropout who's messing up the country. He wanted to kill me. I survived. I can't die from morning to evening. But for the first time, I was convinced to leave. That is not my nature. I don't know what happened with me.
Mimi bado napenda maisha yangu. Just putting it out there.
The only thing, Obinna, that makes me think twice before doing some things is my family.
Me too.
And my Malava people, they still want me.
Me too. Davido. Disclaimer. Juu sasa penye anaangusha maboma hapa. Mimi niko na mtoto mdogo. Ndio mtoto wangu amerudi kwa maisha yangu.
If you know your spine is still shaking, be careful when you want to interview me, because me, I don't fear anything. You ask me a question, I'll answer straightforward. The way it is.
Okay. Irrigation schemes.
Where have you seen somebody coming to kill you? I saw.
Tutafika huko. Breathe. Husa.
Okay.
Tutafika
let me relax.
Bado tuko kwa what the government has been doing.
Doing.
Irrigation schemes zinafunguliwa.
Zinafunguliwa wapi?
That is helping farmers.
Wapi?
That irrigation scheme tuli Google last time.
Ile ya Kalana wapi? Ile ya Kalana ile ilikufa.
Aero. There's an irrigation scheme in Aero.
There's nothing new in Aero. Education has been going on for all these years. Hapa ni nyingine wanataka kukula pesa. These people are mannerless. Hapo Aero. Ngoja kidogo Obinna, tell me something. When did irrigation stop in Aero? That's my route to Nairobi. Almost every day.
No, kuna ingine imefunguliwa. Tulicheck hiyo story
ilikuwa.
It was launched. They even put some money in it. Was it Suba? Inaitwa the money was allocated. Yeah, there's some money that was allocated for it.
Allocated?
Yes.
Have you gone to collect information if it has been implemented or the money has been eaten already?
No, we called someone on the show. I think we called the senator. No, it was not Governor Obado. We called Okech. Yeah, it was a senator. And he said, yeah, there is something that is happening over there. And also you've seen.
Did you go to see? You cannot report it. Me, I'm telling you what I see. Irrigation has never stopped around that area. I pass there all the time. Irrigation goes on. Wanapanda rice.
Yeah. Let's talk of Homa Bay. You've seen the growth that is happening there.
Ile ya ndege nimeona. Ile wanajenga kiwanja ya ndege. Homa Bay.
So kuna hii stadium. Then kuna ile landing bay ya ya fishermen.
Sasa hiyo
Kuna soko imefunguliwa.
agriculture ni ya nani? Kwa hii serikali yetu ya devolution, agriculture belongs to who? Obinna hajui. Hiyo ni vitu ya county government.
Sasa unajua time president anakuja kwa area yenyu, anawa empower in a certain way, unapata vitu zinaweza kufunguka. For example, the county government was not doing that before the president went there.
And Obinna, that's where the problem we have.
Venye president alienda huko ndio mambo ikaanza kufunguka.
That is the problem we have in Kenya. When they are reading the budget for this country, when they are doing budget appropriation, when they are allocating money to 2 projects in Kenya, is there money allocated that the president will use this money to do projects? So where does president get money to go and allocate to projects? It defeats the whole purpose of the system we have of devolution. Because we have 2 levels of government, where money to develop projects assigned to county governments goes through the county government, through the county assembly, the budgeting process. The one for the national projects goes through the national assembly, through the budgeting process. So after the budgeting process, the president amasses all the money and he starts to distribute the project. You know, that is the secretaries of this country. Hii ndio ugonjwa tuko nayo hapa Kenya. Rais anatoa pesa wapi ya kwenda kupea mtu atifanya hii project? Where is getting the money? In fact, if you follow the law clearly, the president has no mandate to even say this project will be done. The project should be already there in the budget. Every Kenyan should be able to see that this financial year, like now, what is going to come 2026, 2027. Everybody's supposed to know the project that will happen because it must be allocated. So if they allocate the money, then after the budgeting process, the president takes the money and starts to dish out the project that are going to recycle funds. That's where the problem is. And one of the main reason why we have this problem is because when we went to the devolution system, we forgot that we are Africans. They brought a system, American system, and brought to a stupid African. We should have had ministers, not secretaries to the president in the names of cabinet secretaries. People who can be just pushed by the president, center, left, right. You know, when you're a minister, you're already elected. You have the powers, you represent the people.
Yeah.
And you can tell the president, kama uwezi fanya vitu the right way, wacha niendelee kuwa mbunge, sitaki kuwa waziri. Lakini hawa wameng'olewa kwa makazi zao, wameletwa kama mawaziri, sasa wakikaa wanaogopa, wanafanya tu hivi. They cannot even advise the president. In fact, if there's something that Kenyans need to change, is to change for us to go back to have ministers. People who are elected.
Okay.
So president anakupigia simu, anakuambia, don't even blame ministers. I'm telling you for free, I have no problem with any of the cabinet secretaries in Kenya. Because the president will call you and tell you, hiyo pesa ulikuwa unataka kupeleka Nyeri, kutengeneza hii barabara, kumaliza hii barabara ya Maumau, kwa sababu watu wanitaki, chukua hiyo, peleka kwa hii barabara ya kupeleka Mau Summit. Sababu huko kura hakuna, sasa peleka hiyo huko. But if you are an elected minister, you refuse.
You don't take instructions.
You don't take instructions. You work with respect.
Okay.
For the benefit of the common people.
Okay. Tell me any good thing that this regime has done that you have seen when you are inside and also when you're outside.
Obinna. A good thing they have done.
Yes. Because you've just spoken about what they've not done, what they've not done. They've not done. Of course, they are doing also something.
I'm not saying they have not done. I'm telling you what is there. Things you can see.
But they're also doing something.
Things you can see.
Yeah, so what are they doing that at least? Hata wewe kama uipendi,
wacha nifikirie. Wacha nifikirie. Wacha nifikirie.
Take your time, anytime this year.
I'm trying to think. I'm not seeing anything yet.
Take your time. Tuna haraka.
Unajua, wakimaliza hii barabara wameanza hii, ndio project yao ya kwanza. Hii wameanza juzi. Hii ya kwenda Mau Summit. Ndio project mimi yuko ingine. Show me. Na niliona ile wanachenga airport huko, walikataa yetu ya Kakamega hata kwa sababu tumeenda opposition. Ilifungwa. Kaya strip yetu ilifungwa. Lakini sasa wanachenga ingine huko. Niliona Homa Bay. A very big airport. It's not
Kabunde.
Yeah, hiyo ni hiyo uwanja kubwa ya ndege. Maybe hiyo nimeona itasaidia watu wa Homa Bay. Lakini from where I sit, many things have gone wrong.
Yeah, but now we are talking about the good things. Hizo wrong tumesema.
Hakuna kitu mzuri. Hao watu wanaua watu, there is insecurity. Hao watu wanaua watoto. There is no democracy. Uhuru Kenyatta, even when he was the president in by elections, he never interfered. They brought the entire goons from Nairobi mixed with the KSU. I mean, what good can I get from this kind of government?
Aya, do you support the broad-based?
What is broad-based?
See government.
There's nothing like a government broad-based. Which constitution is it anchored in? These are people who have taken their stomach there to eat. Failures, those who have ended their terms as governors, they have gone to sit there and eat. Kuna kitu ingine wanafanya?
Ai, wanapiga kazi.
Kazi gani?
When Baba joined, akafanya handshake na president, wakasema wacha saa there BPs hiyo time ya majenzi nini, kidogo wasefulani ODM wakapangwa wakakuwa kwa siasa hapa kule nini, kwa na peace.
They used our young people's blood to get positions, to eat. There's nothing they are doing there that anybody else cannot do.
So where we support broad-based?
I don't. How do I support a government that when I was fighting to make Ruto the president, they were the ones fighting us and calling us all the names. When they were saying, wenda mkate miti Sukoi, mimi nilikuwa nasema nimeenda kupanda ingine. They are now the same people who came to Malava to try to do away with me.
Okay. Now, let's switch kidogo, let's talk ODM. What do you see as the future of ODM? Now that Baba is no longer there, ODM is a little bit confused. There's a couple of people in the government that are saying, sisi tuko ndani, Baba alituacha ndani na kaa ndani. And some people are saying, hapana, tokeni nje tupiganie tena government yetu. Na wengine wanasema, hapana, tunateswa huku, nataka kutoka to open a parallel one.
You know, I am
not Ruto ODM.
I don't want to go there. You've asked me a question, let me answer. You're saying I don't want to go fast.
Yeah.
One, ODM initiated me into politics. It's a party that I still respect up to now.
Okay.
But you see, for the respect of Raila Odinga,
okay,
it will be recommended that they stick to what agreement they did with when Raila was alive. And the agreement was saying up to 2026, which is next year. After that, the party should make a decision on whether it wants to be with the people or it wants to continue being with the oppressor. That's all I can say. But if ODM dies, we will have a problem in this country. Although we have had problems, when they join government, they become government, they don't help the people.
Yeah.
You see, like Uchenzi were being killed. And when some people are saying that if I was the president, I'll kill 5,000 of them. And the Baba did not say anything at that time. It hurt many Kenyans. But the role, whatever Baba has played in this country deserves some level of respect, not even level, maximum respect. So I will, if I were ODM, I'll say, tukae paka hiyo 2026 yenye Baba alisema, then from there we can do our own things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Haya, tumemaliza kuzunguka. Now let us address the elephant in the room. So, a funny meme I saw a couple of days ago, and I even reposted it. Someone said, okay guys, this is by the way, this is a segue. Someone said, Ati, what if the elephant in the room does not want to be addressed? And then someone said, let's talk about space. What is it doing in my room? I was like, yo, that is just... Okay, anyway, so we're having Mheshimiwa Seth Panyako with us, and we now want to dissect whatever happened in Malava. We saw a lot of videos. The video, do you have another video from Malava? Hebu pandisha video watu waone what we're talking about, what's coming up next.
Wacha Ruto achukue ubunge Malava stack. Wacha achukue. Hakuna na mama yake na baba yake. Wacha wanandi watawale Kenya. Wacha zituo wachini. Wacha wanandi watawale Kenya. Let Kalenjin take everything. Waipe mali. Waipe uchaguzi. Waipe kila kitu. Wacha wanandi watawale Kenya. Wacha wanandi wachukue kila kitu. Wacha wanandi wachukue kila kitu Kenya. Wacha wanandi wachukue. Wacha wanandi wachukue. Wacha wanandi. Wacha wanandi waduue. Wacha wanandi. Wacha wanandi. Wacha wanandi wachukue kila kitu Kenya.
I would give it to you. You're pretty dramatic. The video moja iko tu sawa. We're gonna play later. You're pretty dramatic. You put a whole community into matters of two people. Wacha wanandi wadiwe bas. Wacha. That's the way our mothers used to be. Umeangusha kitu kwa haya kuja uniwe. Kuja unimalize bas. Nitupe kwa balkoni. I'm like, hey yo, it's just
Obinna, wacha nikwambie.
Tunakuja kuongea juu hiyo story. Surely. Breathe.
Wacha nikungoje.
breathe. So this is coming live to you
station
from Samaki on Othaya Road in Kileleshwa. If you want to try some amazing seafood, unapitia hapa, unakula, una-enjoy. We also have pizza and nyama choma. There's a car wash on site, ample parking space, and also privacy is guaranteed. That's where we bring this show to you. All right? Now, up next, we're going to be having Mheshimiwa Mani Bior. Pia anakuja hapa. Walisema, is a joker. Sijui alipatiwa kura zinatoshana kama marks za KCPE. Wakasema ati... walisema ati aliita watu wenye alishawapea pesa kwake akawatandika Mani Bior akawatandika maviboko. Yani mambo imekuwa ni mingi, so he's coming up next, so stay tuned for that one. But for now, how about I give you some property for you who's looking to build a beautiful place to settle with your family. There's a very nice space in Kitengela, courtesy of Hyssop Properties. Check out this video. I was there personally and I saw it and I loved it and I'm investing. Come and join me.
So guys, we are in Kitengela and we are starting something very beautiful, something that we've not done before. Look at it. We are selling a project that has got an Olympic-sized swimming pool, a beautiful school next to us, and just look behind me. We have a beautiful clubhouse. What we've done is we are still on the ground. Look at the kind of houses that our customers have built. Yeah, wonderful houses. This is a new customer building, and about 85% of clients have built. Just imagine that 2.49 can give you a gated community with a clubhouse and a school already operating within the community, and the beacons are clear. Come on a piece of this. What will you be waiting for at only 2.49? And this can only be from Hyssop Properties, culture of trust. This is called Palm Ridge by Hyssop Properties, and it's wonderful. God bless you.
Trying to be your ex, so don't call me if you ain't.
For me, it's not the problems I want.
Okay.
I can already tell she's a drama queen.
Hata amekubaliana na wewe.
Yeah, she's a drama queen, I can tell.
Umesema wewe ni zile shida.
Wow, are your walls looking plain and uninspired? Transform your space with premium wall panels, elegant marble PVC with stunning backlighting, and modern floating TV stands. All designed to give your home a luxurious, timeless finish. At Mr. Frames Kenya, we offer top quality designs at unbeatable prices. Whether you're going to a classic or modern look, we've got the perfect solution for your home or office. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0705 759 102 or connect with us on social media. Mr. Frames Kenya. Mr. Frames Kenya, where style meets affordability.
All right, welcome back, welcome back. That is Mr. Frames Kenya, interior deco and design like no other. That house, that space has to look beautiful. Those are the people to talk to. Tell them Obinna sent you, they'll give you a very, very good rate. So we're having Mheshimiwa Seth Panyako with us. And the by-election in Malava just turned into something else. We've been seeing a lot of videos online. Na watu wameshangaa, wanajiuliza nini inafanyika. So let me take you through it. The video, nipandishia a couple of videos there zenye zilikuwa pale Malava so we can talk about whatever was happening there. It's less than a week ago.
Habari za hivi punde kwamba UDA imeona kwamba wananchi wameikataa. Sasa governor Kakamega Fernandez Barasa ako na ballot boxes ambayo yamemark ameelekea naye kule West Kabaras. Nataka kuambia vijana, wanaume na wamama wa West Kabaras kwamba mtoke na muelekee kwa polling centers mahali mmepikia kura. Mkiona Barasa kiingia na gari yote msikubali. Msikubali kabisa ingie. Kwa hivyo rudini haraka kwa polling centers, mlinde kura zenyu ambazo mmepika. Asante.
Mulika taya. Yaani hao watu wataingia mpaka kwa hizi mahindi. Hapo sasa kamera hapo kwa picha.
DAP agent wa mama University mzee wetu. No. Sasa. DCB. So DCP and DAP. Yes. Sawa.
So those are some of the videos that we could get our hands on. Those are not all of them. Those are just some of them that were on the public domain that we got of a couple of situations that were happening in Malava. And now that is what we want to cover right now. So I understand that later when you left UDA, you went and joined DAP Kenya. That's a party you are vying with.
Yeah.
Juzi.
I joined DAP Kenya.
Why? Why did you join DAP?
Well, my school of thought had changed, and it's still there. I just wanted to join a party that I thought resonated with me due to some reasons which I may not want to delve into.
Okay, I thought you didn't fear nobody, but well, just putting it out there.
I'm not fearing anybody. I'm just saying I don't want to delve into.
Okay. We don't want to delve into because...
They're not hot. They're just ordinary issues.
Okay. So a lot has happened in Malava from what we have seen. And people have also said a lot of things. From people using the videos to mock you, to laugh at the situation, to sympathize with you, to talk about the government, to talk about the ground. And other people are saying that you orchestrated all this to get sympathy votes. That it was last kicks of a dying horse. You realize, hey, you're losing kidogo, ikakuwa dramatic and everything. So now I'll get it to you. Please take me through whatever happened that day from the beginning till the end.
You know, before that day, it was a build-up of all these things. We expected violence from the government,
okay,
but not of that level, not of that magnitude. Initially, you remember I had issued a press statement earlier, I think 2 days to elections, where I said that the count commandant for Western Region, Mr. Mumanyi, AP count commandant, was assembling a team of rogue police officers, not just police officers, 6 per polling center, and 4 of them are to be used to join the goons to unleash terror on the voters in my stronghold and make sure they don't vote, because the government had realized it had lost Malava completely, just the way they lost. And so I did that presser, and
how did you get the information?
You cannot be in politics and you can't get information from government. Or you must, unless you die like a chicken.
Okay.
So the second thing that came our way was that now the government has organized to bring goons who will work with now these police officers. And they were coming from Kariobangi, Dandora, Mathare and Kipra. We were initially told they were coming in 2 buses. And we were even told where they were staying, in Webuye, and some, I don't know where others were staying. But when the first bus arrived, we were told it had arrived. Then there was training that was going on at Tande Primary School. That one I went and actually witnessed that training was going on. They were training some local boys who are known as Goons within the Malava constituency.
Training?
Yes.
To do what?
They were training. You should ask them why they were training.
No, training like how? Like fight?
They were training to come and cause mayhem.
Una trainiwa to cause mayhem?
Yes. You think these Goons are not trained? They are trained. Most of them are ex-police officers, GSU people, and some have been trained. So we went there one day to confirm at the primary school and to find indeed training was going on. And I did a press statement. I said by 6 p.m. the following day, if they are still there, tutavamia. Na hiyo shule tutavamia, mpaka wa Magoons waende. They were withdrawn. I don't know whether they went to another destination for training, but not within Malava. So we knew that danger was coming in Malava because from what I have been told was that State House had said they must win Malava seat. Panyako cannot and should not be allowed to enter parliament. Because if he enters parliament, he's capable of turning that parliament upside down. Ah. And so the direction was afadhali watu wakufe, lakini Panyako asikanyage bunge. Hata akipita, muhakikishe mmemnyang'anya. And if you went to the polling center that day, that night when they were announcing, you thought it was a barracks. You would think it was a barracks. Let me go back to storytelling or where I had stopped. So on the election day, I was of course at home. That's the day we trained our agents, because we trained them earlier, they will be compromised. So everybody was training them on that day, including UDA. So the opposition, joint opposition leadership issued a press statement about the violence that the government had planned, and even they had planned to assassinate some of the people, me on the top list. And they did that press statement. That's on Wednesday. And then they left each other, and my party leader took off for Kakamega. When he alighted at the airport in Kisumu, he told me, I've alighted in Kisumu and I'm coming over to our tallying center, because IBC had told us that every candidate must have a tallying center to avoid issues of rigging. Because if you have a tallying center and you have a proper agent system, when the counting is over, after they signed the form, that 4A, they were allowed to take a photo and send to you private tallying center. So you'll know the results even before the tallying center for IBC knows, because for tallying center, IBC will only announce the results after getting fiscal from that 5A? That 4A. So for us, if we had our tallying center running, we would have already known the results before IBC knows. So as I was sitting in the hotel at around 6:50, around 7 there, I received a phone call from a friend of mine who works with the police. And he tells me that we are coming to raid your tallying center, which is also my command center. And you know, it had agents, nurses who had come to volunteer, who didn't know Malava. So we had enough vehicles to take them to where they're supposed to go and be agents for me. They were doing it voluntarily. So since they said the police are coming to attack, I even put on my page, when you look on my Facebook, you'll see I've been told the police are coming to raid downhill. I'm waiting for them. Let me take my drink. That's when I decided to take a drink from that moment, because I realized things are going the other way. So I said, give me my drink, let me take it as I wait for them. Then kidogo, after like 15 minutes, he called again and said, now they are not coming because they know you know. So then I thought, then it's over. Everything will be fine now that they are not coming to raid anymore. I didn't know it was the Goons coming, because he said the police. So I started sitting there, and then my party leader calls me and tells me, I'm now in Kakamega, I'm headed to downhill, around 7:20, 7:30 there. Kidogo, I had some small commotion outside. So I left where I was sitting. I went outside at the door, at the entry of the hotel. Then I saw Livondo standing there with pistols, bunduki zimewekwa huku nini, ako na watu wengine. And there were a fleet of Prados outside, about 8:10, yeah. Then he called my name. You know, I've never met Livondo. We've never sat the way we were sitting. That was the first time I was meeting. But of course, I know him of seeing him on TV and the fracas he has been having all along. So it's somebody that when you see, you will know this is Livondo. So he calls me out and says, Seth, come. Then I
in English?
Aliniambia Seth, njoo Kiswahili. Then I told him, wewe huwezi kuja kwangu niite nitoke nikuje wapi? Mimi niko kwangu, niko kwa hoteli. Wewe umenitembelea. Ingia ndani uniambie unatakaje. Then I retreated, went back to the hotel. Kidogo I had some small commotion. Then when I went back, the guy had left. So I think
the 8 Prados,
he came to kidnap me, but when he saw that I had many people in the compound, he got scared. I think he had told them, I'll just go and pick Panyako. He thought I'm just a chicken, he could come and pick. So he left. As I was still in the hotel, I received another phone call, and I was told, if you are still at Downhill, leave now immediately. I took it, I said, let me leave, because I know Livondo is a criminal. And I was told in that phone call, Livondo has retreated to get reinforcement from Rashid and the police. And they are not coming to play. The police who are coming there are criminals. And the two of them, I know them. One of them anatoka Kipkaren, na mwingine anafanya Lugari. These are the fellows who are killing Chenzizi here in Nairobi. I know them by name. So I was told, leave that place now. So what we did, we said, since hizi magari zote zinajulikana, hatuwezi enda kwa magari. Of course, at that time, the vehicle assigned to me by the party had already left. Very interesting. All the vehicles assigned to me by the party had left. I was only left with my cars.
Gone where? Left, gone where?
They have run away. When Livondo came the first time and they left, I think they left with Livondo. I had 3 vehicles, Prados at my disposal. They all had left. So I didn't even know. I just saw motorbikes enter, and my handlers already put me on the motorbikes, and my wife and our aides. So tukaondoka around 8.
8 p.m.
Yeah, 8 p.m. So we ran, but we say we can't go far with these motorbikes. We can even be seen by mistake. Let's go and hide somewhere, because I know the terrain, that area. And leaving Malava constituency to go and with motorbikes outside was going to be more dangerous, because I don't know the other areas the way I know Malava. So we hit somewhere, and I called one of my campaigners who was a car, and he came and picked us, and he took us to Kisumu, because that's where the party leader was. But before we arrived to Kisumu, the party leader sent a car to pick me on the road. So ikakuja ikatuchukua, then we went to Kisumu. Of course, you know, I had started taking something, because I realized things are going way high. I wanted to have my mind checked up. So I went to Kisumu, and I said, let me continue taking something, because the way things are looking, this night is not going to be okay.
Okay.
So after reaching, you know, when I was at the hotel, I called the OCS Matete polling station, because the hotel is in Lugari constituency. So the police station is next to Matete polling station. So I called the OCS. The OCS told me he's sick in hospital. He can't help me. I called the OCBD. OCBD told me, hakuna gari imeenda Malava, so there's nothing we can do. But nimevamiwa. How can you tell me hakuna gari nimevamiwa? Then I said, hapa mahali imekuwa dangerous. Then I left. That was before I left. I had forgotten that bit of calling the police. So when we reached Kisumu, after like 30 minutes or 1 hour, I received a distress call from the hotel. My chief agent is calling me saying, Mheshimiwa, hawa watu wako nje na ni wengi, wamekuja sasa mara ya pili na ni wengi. At that time, I received a video from Malala posting Rashid moving in a fleet of cars, around 20 to 30 in Kakamega town, headed to Downhill. Immediately I had received that. Ndio wale wanasema na Kileo akaandika hapa akasema, Rashid, go back, leave Malava alone, go back to Mumias. If you saw that post of Kileo. So I realized that Rashid had been called for enforcement, so by the time they were telling me the people are many, I realized they were still waiting for Rashid. He had not arrived, because at the time they are calling, Rashid amepita tu hapa Kakamega town na hizo fleet of vehicles mbio sana. So kidogo after another like 15-20 minutes, I received another phone call that now they arrived with police, 3 Land Rovers ya police. The white Land Rover ya police has pulled down the gate to the hotel, opened it, and the goons now have entered. So I told them, just pray. I called Masengeli, I called the county commandant, Lucy, Madam Lucy. She refused to receive my call. I called again, she refused. I sent her a message that she calls back. I told her, nimevamiwa, nilikwambia mapema nimevamiwa nikiwa downhill. Even I had called her when I was still at downhill. You have done nothing. These people have gone back, they have broken in the hotel, they are killing my people. Why are you doing this to me? Just because of an election? You want to kill me because of an election? Then akakata simu. So kidogo wakaniambia hawa watu wameingia na hawa wamesima stima. So the people in the hotel found it wise to switch off electricity, which I think was very good with the mains, because hawajui mains ni wapi. So waka switch off stima. They ended. My driver was, so when I ran, my driver was I think tuliambiwa tusiende na magari. So mimi niliruka kuchukua motorbike. Unajua kila mtu anatakana kama umeambiwa yeye ni driver wangu na wewe ni mlinzi wangu, you are supposed to be with me. Kumbe my boys had already taken a nap in the car when we are running away. So when we went and they started beating anybody. Na uzuri ile kitu naambia Mungu asante sana ni kwamba when Rashid came with his killers together with the police from Matete police station, they didn't know each other with the goons that were being commanded by Livondo. Now they were in the darkness and attacking. So you know what happened?
Attacked each other?
Yes. And from the information I have, they killed each other, 6 of them.
For real?
Yes, I'll show you one of them.
Goons
Actually, I've seen 2 so
other?
far. I've seen one from the village. Uko kwetu nimeona ndugu yake amepost. Na mwingine nitakuonyesha once we take a break.
Where?
So they knifed my driver here kwa macho. Siwezi kuambia mahali yako, but natakana tu hapa wakamweka visu 8 kwa mkongo, moja ikaenda paka kwa sijui 2 ama 3, tukaenda paka kwa lungs. Amefanyiwa operation 2. Bado akako hospitali moja ambayo sitakwambia ni gani.
Your driver?
My driver. I don't have a driver now. This one, the one driving me today is my driver, but we was having disciplinary issues in the office, so he was not with me. So that was driver number 2 was the one driving me. So when they knifed him, I had no driver. So I was using a driver, now a hired one. We were impromptu. So huyu nilikuwa nimemwacha, nilikuwa nimepewa. Sasa siniende na motorbike. Si nimemwacha hapo kwa hoteli. Amelala hapo. So huyu kijana mwenye alikuwa naye akapasuliwa tumbo. So umeona ule matumbo iko nje. I think you have seen those photos. Why not? They are all everywhere on social media. You are fearing seeing them. You don't want to see evidence, and so you'll be asking me evidence. Akipigwa kisu matumbo yote nje.
Hata niliambia watu wangu hizo video graphic hizo na picha graphic.
Usione. No. Usimuonyesha na isa collapse. There are certain people when they see some things they can collapse. You understand their medical field. So akawekwa kisu hapa. Kichwa ijaona mpaka leo. Nasikia maji imeaccumulate huko nyuma. Nataka naone specialist. Apikwa mabisu 8 huku mpaka ikaingia paka kwa lungs. Ameenda operations. Can be discharged anytime but referred to an eye specialist. My boy akawekwa hapa matumbo nje. One of the security people wa hotel akakatwa huko na akapikwa mpini kwa tumbo. So we thought he didn't have serious injuries, but tumbo imekuwa na nini
internal
na vitu. Sasa tulimtuma hospitali leo, we are waiting for a response. Wakapiga watu hapo sana, so it was just bloody the place, but wakaribu magari yote. Alikuwa wanararua tu matairi, anafanya nini, wanagonga. Then you know something interesting, my V8 which they destroyed completely beyond recognition, is the one that carried even their goon to hospital. Ikiwa anatembea kwa rimu kwa sababu taya wamekata. Because when they called me, I said, just use that car if it can move. Just force it to move. Take anybody because no ambulance is going to come there. People were so scared. I called my friend who was an ambulance to Webuye. He said, "Mi naogopa watu wangu watawao huko." So it's my car that they had destroyed that took them to Webuye District Hospital, level 4. Unfortunately, one of the people taken there was their goon who was dead. Kona hiyo picha yake. Leo nimeona mwingine tena. A brother has posted a goon from the village around the area. Now, that I think I'm giving a story that I have run beyond. I've run beyond. I should have been still in Kisumu. So is the story I've given you, nikifika downhill kutoka Kisumu sitarudia. I've already finished.
Ni sawa, ni sawa.
So
sasa
from
tuko wewe unakunywa kwa gari mkienda Kisumu.
Sikunywi kwa gari. Utakunywa kwa gari, pombe iko wapi? Na pombe mwacha huko kwa hoteli ukikimbia ukienda. So unakunywa ukifika Kisumu. Unakunywa ukifika Kisumu.
Okay. So mkafika Kisumu.
Nikakasirika nikaambia party leader, siwezi kukaa hapa na watu wangu wanawawa. Wacha twende tukufe sisi wote. I'm ready to die. That's around 4. Sick, vita imewaka nini. Tukatoka tukafika up around 5. We saw the mayhem, those who have been injured already been taken to hospital, plus the dead body that we found there. And the car they had destroyed is the one that did that. I think they are idiots, because when you go to destroy a property, don't destroy the cars, because they might end up helping you. Now my car ndiye ilichukua watu. So when you see that guy speak on social media and say Panyako aliua watu 6 akatupa River Nzoia, and he has not been arrested to go and give that evidence because he has it, then you know the government was the one leading the raid. How can a person go to media, say Panyako has killed 6 people, and you have not arrested that person to come and give evidence so that Panyako can be arrested?
Okay.
People saw blood, but they were asking, ina hii damu na watu wenyewe iko wapi? We saw blood, but we didn't see people. The hotel was damaged beyond recognition. And Nabina Wera was there commanding, because Nabina Wera knows where I sleep with my wife. He's the one who took the goons to the room where I sleep, because it detached from the main hospital, from the main hotel. The main hotel has rooms where everybody gets sleep, but there's a hall for conference hall where there's extra room, 2 rooms. One is used as a store and one is used as my room with my wife when I'm there. The only person who knows that room is Nabi and his wife, because I bought the hotel from Nabi's wife. So he has a beef with me that I bought a hotel from his wife, apart from the politics.
And why were you buying the hotel from his wife?
The wife wanted to sell the hotel. Nabi is my relative. Mama yake is a cousin to my father. So the wife said, I don't want to sell this thing out of the family. Will you be interested? I took a loan at the NCB. I'm still paying. It's not like I had cash and I bought. It's a loan that I took at NCB and I'm still paying for 10 years. So Nabi destroyed everything. And if he would have found me, Nabi would have killed me that day.
To prove
he was the one leading. Because hakuna mtu mwingine alikuwa anajua huyu analala hapa. Na wale wangekuwa wanajua analala hapo, wote walikuwa attacked because they were there. Na walikuwa wametoroka, wengine wameenda chini ya kitanda. So they destroyed that hotel beyond. Hata haijafunguliwa mpaka leo.
So this Nabi guy, beef umesema ni ulibuy hotel kwa bibi yake. Kwani they are not with the wife?
That is what I was told. I thought it was just politics.
Oh, so they are not with the wife?
No, they are not.
Oh,
they divorced.
So for him, that's the beef. What's the beef now with kina Echesa that ulikuwa unasema?
No, but you see, Nabi was appointed by UDA to lead the goons. Let us not divert from the actual issue. So he's the one who was leading the goons within Malava.
Okay.
They were the ones dishing out money, moving.
And you have evidence for those allegations?
Of course, yes. Of course, yes.
Yeah, because you know those are very serious allegations.
Yeah, Nabina Wera is, and I'm not saying this with any fear of contradiction, because I'm telling you for free, somebody will pay for it. Somebody must pay for it. You can't pour blood of unanointed people. Anyone around me is staying around somebody anointed.
So is that a threat?
Whoever alimwaka hiyo damu, whoever alihusika kupanga will pay for it. It's not a threat, it's a promise.
Okay.
It's a promise. You are still here. You'll call me here to ask me, have they paid or not?
Okay. So you are in Kisumu, you've told your party leader, I have to go back to the ground.
And after there, tulienda kwa hospitali, hiyo story nimekwambia hospitali.
So that's the following day?
No.
The same night?
Okay, the same night, but now asubuhi sasa.
Oh, early morning.
Early morning,
so
5 in the morning. Then we went to, the hospital, we found that the people have been injured, my driver, my other assistant, my security person had been cut open, the other people have been injured, and of course the body, one body that was there, which we didn't know, ilikuwa inakaa kama inafanana na Livondo, maybe ni ndugu yake, I don't know. And then we left there at around a few minutes to 6 or around 6, we went and voted at my place because from Webuye to my home is not fast. Like,
oh, so these fights were before the voting day?
See now voting, si ilianza 26. Vita imeanza 26 usiku, saa 2. Na inaendelea mpaka asubuhi. Sasa tunamaliza vita. The first attack is now coming to an end.
Nakupata sasa.
We have gone to the hospital.
Yeah,
we have gone to hospital.
Okay.
First attack, first episode has stopped there, isn't it?
Okay.
People are now being treated.
Yeah.
Now we go to vote at 6. I arrived there and you know by election there are no many people. Kiingia tu na tukapiga kura haraka tukatoka. Tukitoka tukifika kwa barabara because I voted right at home. Hapo ndio nyumbani kwetu. Tunapigiwa simu ati mali inaitwa Masaka. Our agent has been chased. You remember when they came to attack us at night at the downhill, most of the agents were there ran away. So about 100 had not reported. Some had been hijacked, some had been attacked. Even we have so many of my followers, supporters who had homes had been attacked.
Yeah.
In West Kapraz and South Kapraz. So we of course, you know, we opened polling stations without my agents in most of them. So they did what they wanted to do that early. Then we said, let's go to, at that time, you know, I'm with my party leader, Eugene Wamalo and his people. We said, let's go to Mathaka to resolve the issue of agents that have been chased away.
Okay.
On arriving at Mathaka, phone calls started coming in center, left, right. Hapa wamefukuza watu, hapa wamepika watu, wamekidnap, Kamuchisu wamekidnap agent wako, wameua, wamevunja mkono, wameenda kwa agent wako, wamekata mama yake kichwa. So many things. I have those videos, you can see them. So we hear again there's a problem at Manyonje polling station, which is adjacent to Mathaka polling station on the other side of the road. Because when you are going to Kakamega, Mathaka is on the other side and Manyonje is on the other side. They're not very far from each other. So we say, we leave one person at Mathaka, resolve this issue, have our agent. Let us salvage what we can. Have our agent inside. Let us go and resolve the issue at Manyonje. As we approach Manyonje, just past the factory, Putali Shuka, we meet Nabina Puera with 2 cars distributing money to people. Without bribing people, distributing money to people. Then we stop. Before even you see now kila mtu kwa gari yake, tumesimama tumepata nabii, hatujaamua tufanye nini. Do we confront him, ask him why he's giving out money? Or do we proceed to the primary school, or do we go back? We are still in the vehicle. Sichapigia hata waziri simu nimuulize tufanye nini, naona mmesimama, huyu anakawa pesa. Nabii enters his vehicles and runs away. Goes to at homesteads. Niliona anaongea anadanganya atalienda kwa Shuka company. It is not a lie. He went in a homestead for somebody. Kidogo after like 3 minutes, hata kabla hatutoka kwa magari tuongee, nikaona magari zinafika kama 30 na Land Cruiser za polisi 2. Polisi kushuka kwa hiyo magari wanashoot tu. Mipini inamwakika kama wameona mvua ya mawe, ile mawe kubwa kubwa ikianguka mahali. Uone mvua yenyewe unaona tu mawe. Mipini ilikuwa inamwakika hivyo. Wakakuja kwa gari yangu, wakapiga marisasi kwa driver. Lakini hiyo gari hiyo risasi iko ingia. Mpaka leo najiuliza what happened. Even in the hotel they put on gas. Try to light the matchbox so that they can burn the hotel. It would have been worse. Ingekuwa kama ya Kiambaa ile ya Eldoret. Ingekuwa kama ya Kiambaa. They wanted to burn the hotel.
Gas haikulipuka.
Kazi ilikataa. Kibiriti ilikataa kuwaka.
Risasi imepigwa kwa gari yako na bullet haijaingia.
Haikuingia.
Your car is bulletproof.
No.
But bullets hazikuingia.
Hazikuingia. So wakachange ili nyuma sasa wakapiga pop. I don't know, maybe gari niambia ndio Raila alikuwa anatumia. I was not using my own car. Nilikuwa nimehaya.
So gari kugongwa na mgongo ya bunduki iko effective kuliko risasi.
Yes, unajua sasa I have no idea. I'm telling you, ilipikwa marisasi na haikupasuka. I was there myself. I'm not talking about
bullets.
It doesn't matter. Maybe Mungu alizuia. You don't worry about me. Haikuingia. Just get it like that.
So that's why nakwambia blanks.
Haikuingia.
Or rubber bullets.
So akachukua nyuma. It was not rubber bullet, my friend. What are you talking about?
Then they were blanks.
They were not blanks. Forget, let's not argue about that.
Bullets.
You get my story. Whether you like it or not, you have called me to give you the story.
Mimi sina just
akapatilisha nyuma, akapiga.
Ikapasuka.
Akaona sio mimi. Akapita pande ile nyingine mahali this boy was sitting. Akapiga ikapasuka, akaona sio mimi. Suddenly those leaders of goons should be inside today. Why is Rashid still free? Why is Nabina Bwera still free? Why is Libondo still free? And these are people who have admitted that Libondo kai say mimi ni jeshi ya Libondo. Tulikuwa tumeenda kuzia Panyako kwa mbunge. Na hata ukibaki huko ubaki. Ukienda ukijitolea umejitolea. Yet he still went and raided a church where Rigathi Gachagua was attending. The same criminal from Lakisama. Then you say this country has law and order. No. It can't continue. There must be a person or people who are ready to tell these people right in their face that enough is enough. William Ruto cannot contract Rashid Livondo to come and kill innocent people.
Why are you not going to court? Why not police report?
I have reported to Malava police station. Do you know what the police station told me? Hatuwezi andika statement against our own colleagues. Because Matete police station is the one that joined the criminal to come and raid my hotel and cause the havoc and cause the death. You need to go there and see. We have not interfered with the hotel. The only thing we have done is to reinforce the security because no activity can go on. They destroyed everything. And in the process, they killed each other. I thank God. Watu wangu walipata grievous injuries, but you don't have a death.
So that time ulitoroka ukaenda wapi?
Si nilikwambia naenda kujificha.
No, hii ya marisasi hii. Wacha ile ya kwanza. Nasema hii ya marisasi.
Sasa hii ndio nakuelezea. Sasa nimefika Malava. Mahali nilikuwa napiga kelele nikisema I was wailing, I was doing what. It was okay to get the attention so that people know what is happening in Malava. It's a war zone.
Hiyo ndio ulitoroka ukaenda kupiga hii video.
Sasa hii asubuhi, sasa hii second yenye nimepikwa hapo, sasa ndio nikwambia tukutoroka mpaka right straight to the police station. Obi niko nayo hapa. Si ati nakwambia vitu hakuna. Nikaenda polisi wananiambia sasa tutaandika aje. Unaona hii inaitwa OB. Tulienda tukaregister ndio hii OB kwa police station. Hiyo ni tarehe ngapi? Saa 3 asubuhi.
Kwani ana rubber stamp?
Si niko. Mimi naona nini? Hiyo OB bora iko na hiyo kitu ya
serikali. Wewe unaona rubber stamp?
Mimi sijui mambo ya rubber. Wewe umeona police station iko na rubber stamp? Wewe umeona? Wewe hujaenda police station wewe? Hakuna rubber stamp kwa polisi. Wewe umeona hata hiyo police station iko hata na nyumba, hata haina nyumba. Hata hii kalamu ni ngumu tu kupatikana.
So zile manduru ukipiga pale ilikuwa to attract attention.
I was inside the police station. It is to sensitize the world that this is how Ruto is running the country. And when I was saying wacha wanandi wachukue, I didn't mean to say mimi nimekwambia nimeoa kwa Nandi. Shangazi yangu ameolewa huko. Baba yangu na angoli yangu ameoa huko. I was so pissed off that all the police wale walikuwa wamevaa kama police wote walikuwa wakalenje. When you take a community and radicalize the police within that community, what are you telling us?
How do you know that all those policemen?
Who doesn't know that? Who doesn't know that? They are the same people who are killing the young people here in Nairobi. Mercilessly, senselessly. And I don't want any of my child to inherit that. My daughter is about to be born. Please don't inherit your uncle's stone hard. Hard ya kuwachi. Was inherit you.
The video kuna video ya police station.
Si ndio ilikuwa inacheza
kelele kwa police station. Just play it back again. Yes, hiyo ya kupiga nduru kwa police station. Yes.
Wacha Ruto Malaba sasa. Wacha achukue. Hakuna na mama yake na baba yake. Wacha wanandi watawale Kenya. Wacha sisi wachingi. Wacha wanandi watawale Kenya. Let Kalenjin take everything. Waipe mali. Waipe uchaguzi. Waipe kila kitu. Wacha wanandi watawale Kenya. Wacha wanandi wachukue kila kitu. Wacha wanandi wachukue kila kitu Kenya. Wacha wanandi wachukue. Wacha wanandi wachukue. Wacha wanandi. Wacha wanandi waduue. Wacha wanandi. Wacha wanandi. Wacha wanandi wachukue kila kitu Kenya. Wacha wachukue kila kitu. Tikitiki uko wapi ndio tikitiki? Wanandi waduua.
Oko to stock against me is this one. Chief Officer, Baraza's cabinet. Mukoyan.
What's that?
Huyu kijana ni Chief Officer, County Government of Kakamega. Ndiye analipa Aoko kuandika ujinga zenye anaandika. But Aoko is a mad woman, so I cannot even respond. She's mentally ill.
So who was recording the video in this police station?
No, there was a journalist there. He was a friend of mine. I didn't mind. If I wanted not to go, I'd have just taken his phone and broke it. But he's my friend, so I told him, endelea tu, tupa hiyo kitu.
Pandisha.
Wacha iende wafikirie vile watafikiria. You are useless, people don't talk about you, either negative or positive.
So hii gari imesimama hapa ndo gari ulipigwa nayo marisasi?
Si unaona hakuna kitu imepasuka yote. Unaona on the other side, hiyo ilipigwa hivi ndio ikaumiza ule akapasuka choo.
So kio moja.
You need me to bring you all those people who are wenye walipigwa karibu watu 30 uone kila mtu akonyesha injury yake.
Una nani anakushika? Kwa hiyo video. The person holding you.
There's somebody, this small boy here.
Oh, new jama.
Now from there, the police station, I go to tallying center.
Yeah.
I reach tallying center.
So this after, so wait, kidogo tu. So after you did all this drama pa kwa police station, ukaandika sasa uka make report.
Nilikuwa nisha make report by the time I'm doing the drama.
So we make nakucheki inakuona.
I wanted the world to know what is happening.
Uliingia pole pole uka make report, ukishamaliza ukapatia obi yako ndo katoka. Any last one? We just get into the drama queen.
But you know,
just walked.
That's why you called me here. That's why you called me here.
Yeah.
If maybe I didn't do that, you would not have called me here. To sensitize the world to know what is happening.
Yeah, I did a video.
That we don't have a government, we have a bunch of criminals who have taken Kenya to captivity. But those police officers who are there were also surprised to hear what has happened. Baka wananiambia
sasa. Kwani hawakuwa na intelligence?
Hao ni polisi ordinary wenye wanapaki kwa station.
Yeah, intelligence inatemea tango 1 over 2.
Wale hawana over hapo, walikuwa tu hapo. Walikuwa wamekaa.
Over kwani hiyo police station yenyewe iko aje?
Malava police station.
Haina over.
Inakaa kama ile nyumba ya koloni ya zamani ya round ya mapati ya round. Hakuna police station hapo.
Sasa ndo
but they have billions to bribe people.
Mukikuwa ma MP mwene mchange hizo vitu.
But they have money to bribe people to sell in Malava, $500 million to spend in Malava. Na hakuna police station. Hakuna hata hospitali.
Na wewe by the way, see hii siku ya by election ulikuwa umevaa DAP branded kofia na reflector.
I don't put on kofias.
Oh, wewe kwa ni wewe?
That was not me.
Kuna kamutu alikuwa na ka DAP branded.
Oh, that's an electoral offense. I cannot do that. I know.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay.
I was putting on a blue white shirt.
Yeah. Kwa hii tumeona kwa hii.
Yeah, that's what I was put and that was for 2 days because now you see I put on the other day wo ikavuka sikupata nafasi ya kuoka. I had not even showered.
So kwa hiyo police station watu walikuwa wanaandika report hivi.
Wao wanafanya hivi unaona maneno.
Sasa you left there, made the kelele ukaenda
straight to tallying center. Straight to tallying center.
Pia upeni maisha yako.
Straight to tallying center. Something told me that nilikuwa mimi na huyu sasa na driver tuko watu watatu. Si msichana mwingine tumemwacha hospitali.
Jamaa pia koroju anaitwa nani?
Because before twende police tulichukua huyo msichana mwenye wampikwa kwa hospitali. Inaitwa Royal iko tu hapo. Then we came to the police. So we went to now from there went to the returning with the Malava because now you know everybody has run. I'm left alone. Yeah. No one even to advise me, you know. Okay. I'm alone. Wale walipikwa usiku, they're so scared they don't even want you know I don't know what's happening. So I rushed to tallying center to see what a returning officer will tell me. We arrived, he was away. He tells us, nimekuja kusupervise hapa kwa shule ingine iko neighboring school. Wait for me, I'm coming. Allowed 5 minutes akafika. Akaangalia gari yangu hakuwa mimi. Nasema sasa ina election. Mwenyewe, pana mtu mwingine. Akapika hiyo gari picha, akapikia regional commandant huyo Msomalia. What is it? Up to something. Up to somebody. Akamwambia, I told you to provide security, maximum security in this election. Yesterday I told you Mheshimiwa Panyako amevamiwa kwa tallying center yake imekuwa destroyed. You see they have already destroyed my tallying center. You know why? If I had my tallying center wangenipia kura.
Yeah.
They could not. So they destroyed the tallying center first. And of course they wanted to kill me also. So akawambia, I told you to provide security, you have not done it. Yesterday amevamiwa, watu wake wameumizwa kwa hospitalini, and you have done nothing up to now. Right now wakienda Manyonje Primary School wamevamiwa, alikuwa at that time tumepata report kwamba gari imechomwa. Gari imechomwa, watu wamepikwa, wameumizwa, hakuna security, hakuna kitu umefanya. Then he told him, I'm disappointed. Kidogo kidogo tukikakaa hapo, Aro akaniambia, unajua nini Panyako, you rather leave this Kakamega. Your life is more important than this vote and that of your family. Wewe ondoka, switch off phone and go. I left. The rest now is hearsay because I had left. Up to now I've not gone back to Kakamega.
Hata ujienda kuchukua.
Sijarudi. So from now, if I have to tell you something after that, it will be what I've been told.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lipa agents.
Agent tulipa first round. We are supposed to pay secretaries. Wamemaliza pesa yangu, wameiba huko kwa hoteli. They took all the money I had to kulipa agents.
Kwani ulikuwa umeweka pesa kwa hoteli?
Kwani pesa unaweka wapi ya kulipa agents? Agents ni cash.
Ah.
Yeah.
So cash money. Pesa ngapi huko?
I see agent ilikuwa 1.2.
Ulikuwa na 1.2 kwa hoteli?
Yeah.
Imeenda.
That's little money. Which are supposed to pay the agents 3,000 each. Yeah.
Kwani hii campaign imekukula pesa ngapi?
Around 50 million. Little, as little as that. Them they have spent $500 million and I still beat them. Do you know these fellows? They staffed 10,000 ballots. They went from 6 to 16,000. I was still ahead of them. They had now to do the mathematics. Do hii ongeza. Hata ukiangalia vile wameongeza wamefanya errors kubwa sana. If somebody goes to court, they will win the case.
But how do you explain? Si kwako ni Chemuche ward?
Manda Shibanga.
But hapa Chemuche ward ni home area.
Ni kwa mama yangu anatoka huko.
Ni mama yako. Huko ulipoteza over 1,800 votes.
Hapana, I won but they stole. Hata ukiangalia difference is very small. I won. I won in 6 wards. In fact all 7. Hata results zilikuwa zimetolewa.
Without agents.
Do you know my certificate had been written as the MP for Malava? Then the arrow started saying imepotea. Then they left. You know, the UDA brigade left after they saw I was winning. They left. They went to cook the votes huko nje. After this, they 10,000 wameweka pato ijatosha. There are time if you have those videos of the tallying center, if somebody can give you the raw one, you will see there's a time they left all of them. Ikabaki watu wangu peke yake, my chief agents and other people. That's when they went to cook the results. When they came back, I was winning. The certificate had been written. Wakasema imepotea, wakachange kila kitu.
But also there's a story that some of your close allies were arrested bribing voters. Chemuche, Shirungu.
Where is the money?
Kulikuwa na mastori huko.
Urongo hiyo. It is there people who are bribing people. Where do I get money to bribe people? Do you know that even on the training day I didn't have money to pay agents? Those who are agents on the training day.
How come? And 50 million is small money.
But it's 50, you don't get it at once. It is money, you have 1 million today, tomorrow somebody gives you 5 million. Like one of my highest contributor for one mwenye alinipa tu pesa mingi safari moja hivi. It was 6.5 million.
Nani you?
You want me to tell you? I will not tell you. Maybe it's a government operative. Because not all these people in government are bad.
Okay.
There are those
just
who
say
are
it's a friend.
Yeah, a friend.
Okay, I can support.
I said maybe. I'm not saying it was government.
Okay. But immediately after the by-election, your time in Mami Mechemuka, you said you concede defeat. And you say you'll reveal things in
How
January.
can I concede defeat and I'm the winner? I'm going to be sworn in as the People's Member of Parliament. I will be sworn in as the People's Member of Parliament for Malava. You wait for my homecoming, you will see.
Sworn in by who?
I'll be sworn in. Who swears people in? They are the lawyers. I'll be sworn in. I'm going to be sworn in the way Raila was sworn in. Ndio ujue Raila ako hapa ameketi. Achaenda mahali popote. Raila is here with me. He's sitting here in me. I have now seen what Raila went through.
That's what you've decided.
I'm going to be sworn in. I have 3 times I've seen what Raila has gone through. And if ever I made a statement that was not right on Baba, I profusely apologize.
Now the shoe is fitting.
I am Baba and I'm going to be sworn in. And I declare myself the Raila, reincarnated. I'll be sworn in.
Do you think the powers that be will allow you to do that? Because kama sasa hii mambo imechemuka hivi sasa kukua
kama walileta mawakora yote na bado niliwashinda. Kama walistaff 10,000 palots bado niliwashinda. Alafu tarehe 28 wanasema kuja ukuwe CS. Nani aliwaambia ndio kuwa CS? If they knew they won an election, why are they offering things to me? I'm not interested to be anything in this bloody government. And my people have warned me. If you dare go to that government, don't come back to Malava.
But were you not the one who had vowed that you'll need politics if you
if I lost
politics?
If I lost, but I've not lost. I won. And if I left, who will help our people? Who will rewrite the history? Who will put these wrongs right? We want every Kenyan wherever you are, whether you are in the Mount Kenya, whether you are on the mountain, whether in the valley, whether you are in the plains, feel Kenyan and you have a right to exercise your democratic rights freely without doing what Ruto did to people of Malava.
Okay. Senator Boni Khalwale is your guy?
He's a friend.
Okay. He's been supporting you. But at the moment, ametolewa as a majority whip.
Ametolewa, I called him and we spoke and he was very jovial, he was very happy. He's going to be the governor of Kakamega.
Also, kutolewa yake si juu ya kusupport?
Of course, juu ya kunisupport.
Yeah.
But I'm saying he's going to be the governor of Kakamega in 2027. We will make him the governor. Siku hiyo kila mtu atakuwa kivyake. Hii pesa yote $500 million wameweka Malaba itakuwa. Tutaonana na huyo mbunge wa Chepsaita. Wacha tu kama atafika huko. Tutaonana na yeye. Maana mimi naenda, watu wako wanaenda kotini, sio mimi. Na unajua hata kuresign kama MCA. So that alone is going to knock him out. He never resigned. You saw in Mbere, 2 MCAs resigned. Do joy this guy knew he was not going to win. He never resigned.
That's an irregularity.
Yeah, of course he's going to be knocked out. Even tuache hivi vingine yote. That fact that he never resigned is knocking him out. Do you remember that member of parliament? He was knocked out because he was an MCA, never resigned, was elected. People went to court and was knocked out. This one will be knocked out, definitely.
You also allege that there are voters who are brought from outside Malava. Apart from the ballot stuffing,
walikuwa wanakuja tu wanapiga kura hata they are not even being verified. At Manda polling station walikuwa natoka kwa Faruku hapo na pale Shandiche polling station. And then West Kapras nasikia 2000 walitoka huko Vihika. Of course this has to be information you are told because you cannot be everywhere to know what is happening.
So they just pull up and just walk in and
just walk in and vote and go. What will you do?
Okay.
Obinna? This is our country.
Now let's look nationally. 2027, do you see a similarity of what has happened now happening in 2027? Because this is just a by-election. This was just a very small thing that was supposed to happen very fast. We've seen what has happened in Mbere. Then now we've seen what is happening on this other side.
A by-election is supposed to test the popularity of the government in place.
Okay.
And that can only happen if the government in place is being run by sane people.
Okay.
Who will allow the people to give them a mark, to mark their exam and give them a feedback. That will help that government to improve or even change their policies, which can make people say, no, we did this tukapika hivi, now our may change. Can we start changing our minds? But we have a government that is insane. It has forced things down the throat of people by forcing people who did not win to go to parliament. So these by-elections is a reflection of 2007 in the sense 2027 in the sense that the current government has been rejected by the people. If that's not true, look at the bribing that took place. Ile vyakula yote ya kwenda DAP na Northeastern kwa wale ya donation imeandikwa donated government of Kenya ilikuwa Malava. Wanapea watu mchele, plageti, rice. On top of that, shilingi 100. Then toward the voting day, shilingi 2,000. Like when they were at Shamberere National Polytechnic, they were giving people blanket, maharagwe, and on top of that, 2,000. On 26th. On 26th. When the campaigns had already been stopped. So from where I sit, 2027 will be a different camp plan because there will be no police officers concentrated in one place, the way the by-election is.
Okay.
There will be no goons. Livondo will not be in Malava to help Ndako. Perhaps Livondo will be in Nairobi, hired by the high-ranking people. Ndako is not able to hire him. He will be somewhere else doing his things. Rashid will be in Mumias fighting with Baba. There's the Mzee there, I call him Baba. Mzee Naika. He will be there. Anaitwa Buda. Mbuyu. He will be there fighting with Mbuyu. Mbuyu atamuosha asubuhi na mapema. Mbuyu hasifikisha hata kura 500. So he'll be there with his goons. This lakasema watakuwa wamekawana, kila mtu amekawana yake.
Okay.
So there will be and the money will not be concentrated in Malava the way it's concentrated. Go there today, hakuna mattress inapeana kwa watu sasa, hakuna rice, hakuna nini. Imeisha. So 2027, I wish if I were William Ruto, I would have allowed people to vote the way they want. Secondly, the image of IBC has been tainted. There is no IBC. IBC be controlled by the executive. So what do you expect IBC to be independent? In fact, mtu amesema hapo independent itolewe iitwe Ruto Electoral Commission. Because it's not independent. It has been compromised beyond what happened in Malava and Mbeere. Look at elections they never interfered with. Do you know the elections they never interfered with? In these by-elections. They never interfered with the MCA elections. See how UDA performed. They lost in Narok, which is ideally supposed to be a stronghold. If they lost in Narok, DCP took in Narok. They lost in Kisa East. DCP took it. They lost in Kapchai. Independent candidate took it. We were supporting that independent candidate because we stepped down our candidates at DAP and we supported that one. Took it. We took here in Nairobi. DCP took Nairobi here. They only won in Kajiado here one. And after they poured money like hell. And na hiyo ilimwakwa na mzee mmoja hapo rafiki yangu. Naishi hapo Kajiado. Okay. Lakini where democracy was left to prevail, the people won. So if I were him, I would have just played stupid. You know, sometimes play stupid. Play stupid, leave people elect what they want, then sit and evaluate. How watu wakunipigia kura. Send your people on the ground, find out why people have rejected you. Make those changes. If you believe in any level of statesmanship, because a president is supposed to be a symbol of national unity. But when you turn to hiring goons and turning police officers into hit squads within the police force, you cease being a national leader. You just become a normal goon. The president we have is a goon. He's not a president. He's not worth being a president. I'm ashamed of him. Even if I went out and somebody asked me, who is the president of the Republic of Kenya? I'll say, which Kenya? Kenya, we don't have a president. We have a goon. Because you cannot unleash terror on a citizen. I'm just an ordinary citizen. See, mimi sijawahi shika bunduki hata kugusa via polisi yana aleta karibu na mimi. Nikusa hivi, sijawahi. Na wewe umeleta makunzi yote ya Nairobi. Umeturn police officers inside the police force into criminals. Kukujia mimi kuniua ndio ushinde kura. What the hell is this? What kind of a... Na hao watu wakilala kwao wanafikirianga nini? Do they have children? Do they speak? Wanakaanga na hii watoto wanaongea hata bibi zao hata concubine. Do they have time to speak with them? Because mimi nilifika nyumbani mtoto wangu ananiambia dad, nilikuona kwa TV. Nilikuona. That's my kid asking me. Nilikuona kwa TV. Do these people have kids? Do they have families? All these things that William has done to me. Does he have a family? Does he have a wife?
Sasa wanaingililia wapi?
Because they are supposed to be asking him, Daddy, why are you doing this? I am telling you, my children, ask me. Daddy, tumekuona kwa TV. Ulikuwa umekuwa mkali sana, usikuwa mkali hivyo. My kids have a daughter who's very tough. 9-year-old. Na huyo mtoto alikuwa anapenda Ruto sana. And I told Ruto, I have a daughter who loves you. He needs to come and greet you. Now he tells me, Ruto ndiye alitaka kukua. Nimemchukia.
But it's because you've told the child.
No, the child knows. Si wanaona TV.
Knows aje. Si ni ndo unasema. You know those are allegations that you're making. Because hata hiyo kifanyika huko umejua ni alikuwa anataka kukua ama walikuwa anataka kukua. Maybe ni kukuweka tu baridi kidogo. Alafu umeshasema, oh, they want to kill me, wanataka kunimaliza.
You are not there and you cannot find yourself in that situation. And don't pray to find yourself in that situation. Do not.
Okay.
It's not a situation any Kenyan should find himself in.
So now
you need to get those who have been injured and speak with them.
Okay.
I am ready to organize you, meet them, so that you hear the pain going. I'm telling you, if UDA can raise 2,000 votes in Malava in 2027, huyu atakuwa ni Mungu. The hatred, even those who used to, people who have left UDA for what happened from 26th through 27th, are massive. Wakifikisha kura 2,000, nitaamini Malava si watu, ni wanyama.
But nowadays, Kenyans are very gullible. Like, people get bought. We've seen elections since time immemorial. Like, if you get an election, or panga laini, ma 50, ma mia, nini. Why do you think Kenyans are like that? Like, people sell their votes. People sell their freedom. People sell their rights for 100, 200, 1,000. Like, say, umesema 2,000 blanketis, unga, mafuta, nini. Why do Kenyans
In fact,
do that?
you have reminded me. The worst that they did in Malaba was to buy 22,000 ID cards in my strongholds.
Huh?
They bought 22,000 ID cards. Faruku alikuwa ananunulia kwa hoteli inaitwa Valas ya kazini yangu.
Kununua ID cards?
ID cards. So 22,000.
Like unanunua aje?
Si walikuwa wanapeana 2,000 shillings, wanachukua ID wanakuambia usipike kura. After vote tutakurudishia. Oh. MCAs, assistant chiefs, MCA moja naitwa all MCAs by the way. Walikuwa wanafanya hiyo kazi. Hata tuko na malist tulienda wanaandika majina watu wanachukua vitambulisho na 2,000. We have those lists. Because tulikuwa tunaambiwa sometimes tuna rush huko tunaenda kuchukua. Natuma vijana wanaenda wanachukua.
Okay.
That was the worst they did. And you ask why? The level of poverty. You know one of the things that make people not to make the independent decision is the level of poverty.
Okay.
Mtu akiona 2,000 na anaambiwa atarudishiwa after election anasema si election ikae tu. Anachukua 2,000 anaenda.
Let me do a very simple math. They bought 22,000 ID cards. So these people could not vote.
Yes.
Aya. How many votes did you get?
I don't know, because what they gave me is what they gave me.
What did they give you?
20,000. Around 100 and something or 300 something.
Aya. The winner?
21,000.
21,000. Hii nini yako iko na watu wangapi?
94,000.
Okay. So this basically comes to around 63,000.
Yes.
So minus 94,000. So let's say around 31,000 people did not vote. 20,000 walifanyiwa.
Oh, but you see for the ballot staffing, toa 10,000 kwanza hapo. Kwa hiyo hesabu umefanya. Ile ballots waliweka 10,000 toa hiyo kwanza.
So nitoe kwa namba gani?
Hiyo umefanya 60 something thousand. Imekuja 50 something thousand tayari. Alafu walifanya mathematics ukati just another 10,000. Toa hiyo tena 20,000 from there.
Okay, 63,000 minus 10,000. Unajua walifanya 10,000 ballot staffing.
But we had the intelligence. We had this thing had been spoken by.
Tallying center yako ilisha vandaliziwa. So
hizo zenye kustaff ni Governor Barasa ndiye alienda kustaff. Ferdinand Barasa. Governor ya Kakamega, Kanda Pongoban.
We
ndiye alifanya hiyo kazi.
Yes, you're dropping names.
Wao refia mnaogopa nini? Mkiogopa msinde studio yenu. Wanipeleke mahali wanataka.
Mimi ningejua ingekuwa hivi mimi nisingekuita.
Barasa is the one who did the voter stuffing, ballot stuffing. Barasa, Fernandez Barasa. And that is his nature. Hata wakati alikuwa Kenyan ndio kazi alikuwa anafanya kuiba tu. Na asipofanya hivyo, hiyo kesi yake ya wizi ya Kenyan inaamushwa. Ameshikwa hivi Kadrako, ameshikwa hapa. Akisema uiba kura ama naiba sa, I'm going to steal. I've already marked 10,000. Sa. And you say you have a president in Kenya? That's a joke. You see this Mzungu in South Africa said an African is stupid. Give him independence, what does he do with it? Give him money, what does he do with it? Give him guns, what does he do with it? No one has disputed that up to now. Any African who has tried to be a good president, Magufuli, walimpeleka wapi? They killed him. But the bad ones will remain like the Kingdom 7. Some here are saying they want to change the constitution so that they remain in power. You want to lead what? And you are killing the Gen Zs, the next generation. Sisi hata ukiniua nimeshazaa. Watoto hao watasurvive tu. Hata mimi papa yangu hakunisomesha. He was a very poor man. Alikuwa tu anauza makaa Webuye. So even if you kill me today, I'm sure my children will go to school and they'll finish school. Because Mimi, I grew up struggling on my own. At least I have kids. I'll be named. Now watoto wanaua kwa street wana watoto. Do they have a right to live and have their own families? Alafu najiuliza, hawa jamaa watakaa hapa miaka ngapi kwa hii dunia? Kwa hii video, after they have done, they have killed us, they have done what? They have stolen election, they have stolen all the money, they have stolen all the land, they have done everything, they have finished. How many years will they live on this earth? Wataacha tu kama Maputo Sese Seko. Na wakwende. Na hiyo mali watoto wapiganie kidogo kidogo imeisha.
Okay. So what is ailing us is poverty.
Poverty is the main problem. And it's instigated by bad policies of our leaders.
Okay.
Unajua zamani walikuwa wanadanganya watu, zaa watoto wengi, tupate kura mingi kwa sababu unajua hao wengine wako ni wengi, sisi hatuna kura. Wewe ukishazaa huyo mtoto atakusomesha wewe mwanasiasa. So the challenge we have is actually poverty, which is being accelerated by population increase. Because watu wanazaa watoto, they cannot take care of the children. They cannot. Wewe unaona baba yangu alikuwa na kashamba kadogo ya kasapa. Sisi tukazaliwa vijana wanne, kila mtu anapata ngapi? Niko na ndume 4. Nikisema niwekawia shamba ya baba yangu, kila mtu anapata ngapi?
Tricky.
Poverty. Kenya is moving into a slum.
Okay.
A slum country very soon.
So now with all the problems that we're having as a country and whatever you've seen in the by-election, all the irregularities that have happened, all the corruption that is happening in our government and in our country, what next?
I have hope.
Hope for what?
I have hope for the best. If I don't have hope, I'll go and commit suicide and die. I have hope that this country will rise again. I have hope that Kenyans will demand to get back their country again.
Okay.
I will never stop having hope in my own country. If I do that, I'll be killing the morale of all those who believe in me. And I want to tell them I'm not a coward. I will never be a coward. And I love my people of Malava. They voted for me despite all those intimidations, all those clobbering they went through. Some of my supporters had their houses destroyed, banana plantation cut, just because they support me. My agent was beaten and they rushed to the home, wakaenda kukata bibi yake kichwa. And you call it an election. It was massacre.
Mpaka mandizi ikafyekwa.
Eh. Then you call it an election. Which election?
All righty. As we conclude, talk to your people over here and also talk to the government and then talk to Kenyans. So let's start your people, Kenyans, then the government.
My people of Malava, I want to thank you very much. I do not take your support for me and your trust in my leadership for granted. I'm proud of you. You have stood firm and fought for your dignity, fought for your integrity, and voted for the respect of your people. Continue like that. It will come to pass. For the Kenyan people, mine is to tell you that it's time for you to rise up and take back your country. The country is headed in the wrong direction. And if we don't stand up, be counted, and fight for the space that our forefathers fought to bring justice, democracy, and freedom, then we are going to lose it all. We are all Kenyans. Be a Luya living next to Uganda, be a Diko living at the coast, be a Turkana on the far end, be a Maasai on the far end of the border. We are all Kenyans and we deserve the right to exercise our democratic rights in all spheres, to grow economically, politically, socially, and even spiritually, those who believe. And this cannot happen if we do not get back our country. Thank you.
The video put for me a poll Do you believe Mheshimiwa Seth Panyako won in Malava? Yes or no? Niwekeo poll hapo ndo tuone watu wanasemaje as you're wrapping up. Has Money Bior arrived?
I should copy him. I cannot copy him because my people of Malava wananipenda sana. Wananipikia kura. Lakini walisema round hii ilikuwa vita ambao mimi singeweza.
Okay.
Hata wao wenyewe hawangeweza.
So you believe you are like Malava's favorite?
I don't believe. The people of Malava love me. In fact, the entire Kakamega people love me.
Si basi uende kwa
hata homecoming wameniambia nisipeleke Malava, wamesema nifanyie Kakamega town. I don't belong to Malava alone. I belong to the entire Luhya nation.
Why do they love you?
That is not my business to know. How can it be?
No, but business? If you know, you're supposed to know so that you keep doing whatever they like. If it's providing,
of course, they tell me.
Whatever it is.
I have never changed anything. I do my thing. Like when I come to your show, don't expect me to hide. If you ask me a question, I'll answer straight the way it's supposed to answer. If you ask me names, I'll drop those names.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Because I fear nothing.
Miss Quitty,
call me, we talk about religion then if you don't want this business of politics, because in politics.
But that gentleman pia inafaa muongeze salary. Sijui anafanya role gani kwa timu yako, lakini umesema alikuwa anakufa na wewe. Anakushika na kubembeleza, mara mnapigwa. Anaitwa nani?
Anaitwa Karakacha.
Karakacha usimame hata uonekane shwani.
Mkarapati.
Mkarabati number 1. Karakacha. Yes. Kazi fiti. Umeshikilia mweshi. Munalimwa uko tu hapo.
Aliniambia aliona marisasi ikipita na mimi nimenyamaza tu. Yeye anaogopa, anajificha. Alijificha akaniacha kwa gari.
Mlikuwa naye kwa gari moja?
Si ndio? Yeye alikuwa amekaa mbele, mimi nyuma yake. Alafu my wife next, then Edwa bibi yangu next. Wewe mwenye alipikwa choo ikavunjika. Lakini yeye alijificha hii kumshika.
Na wewe umekaa tu.
Nilikuwa nimesema acha tukufe.
Kwa risasi pia haikupata.
Si ni Mungu.
Huh?
He's a leopard.
He's a leopard?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you're calling him?
Yeah.
Why leopard?
Leopard can attack lion. Lion cannot attack leopard.
Oh, leopard can attack lion. But he hasn't attacked anybody.
No.
Just putting it out there. He's the one who's been attacked. So, who's the lion? I'm just kidding.
The lion in the name of Ruto. You know he voted Ruto and he won.
Actually, the Ruto was down on the ballot, not this other guy. I don't even know his name.
Farouk Kibet is a personal aide to the president. He speaks what the president wants. So if Seth Panyako to, he won.
Okay.
Yeah.
What will drive them immediately, even hata watu wengine wana haya, na nimesema hii na nimesema. Mimi, watu wangu, my own driver is still fighting for his life in hospital. Alafu unakuja kusema ati unataka ni ikuwe sijui waziri sijui nini. You already campaigning in Malava for acceptance. If you won election, why are you campaigning for acceptance?
So this was after you fight ya jana ndo ukaitwa ukaambiwa unataka kuwa
28th.
After ile nduru umepiga kwa police station.
28th. So unaona ni 27 kura.
27 kura.
Na unajua ndio ujue hii kura imeipiwa Obinna. Yeah. Kura moja tu. 4 in the morning wajatangaza mshindi. Na vote ni moja. What were they waiting all this time?
So who called you for CS?
Forget about that. I don't want to even talk about those people.
But someone gave you had information they want to nominate you for CS.
The ones who stole my victory, the ones who are stuffing ballot papers, they wanatumwa.
Okay. So we have the poll here. Do you believe Seth Panyako won? 80% is saying yes. No is 20%. Oh, same as the Mheshimiwa, thank you for coming.
Thank you, Obinna.
It's the first time I'm meeting you. You are a storyteller. You're quite a storyteller. But thank you for honoring the invite. I did a video. I didn't even know that itakufikia. I
was around here.
Nikafanya video. I'm looking for Seth Panyako. Then tada!
I don't think has gone viral.
Matthew 7:7. Ask.
It shall be given.
That's all I did. I just asked and you're here. So thank you very much.
I am an ordinary person.
Yes, I wish you well in...
Thank you.
Bado unasimama hata kipindi haijaisha. Sasa live haikwangi hivyo kama
kipindi imeisha.
Bado tuko live. Tunataka nikushukuru kwanza. Asante sana kwa kukuja. We appreciate and for talking freely, and I wish you well in your political journey. And I do hope, and I always say this all the time on my platform and even just as a person, I'm not the guy for violence. I don't believe in violence. I don't always think it's the solution. I always say, let's talk. And I do hope our people will be very open-minded and very woke. Now tafungwa macho, and let's stop fighting each other, because you find young people are the ones who are being paid to fight other young people.
Correct.
We are killing each other over what? I do hope, where we're going even in 2027, I do hope we will be better people. And for our leaders, starting from you, all the MCAs, the governors, all the way to the top, I hope we do better. I'm going to be talking to Mheshimiwa Mani Biori in a short while. I'm going to see you guys. And if you're watching this show and you have not subscribed, tafadhali do so. Thank you very much. See you guys on the next one.